Ladies and gentlemen, we made you wait tonight because, after all, we have the two gentlemen. Well, one of them, it is, after all, his show, and he decides when he wants to go on. Because, after all, looking at the size of this man, I don't think anybody would certainly want to face that judgment day, you might want to say, when it comes to this individual. Or, after all, maybe they wouldn't have too big of an ego if they stepped foot in front of this man. And certainly the man next to him on the left is only, by the way, a popular, well, not heel anymore, but a monster itself, figuratively and literally. And after all, what this man has done, I don't think I'd want to step foot in the ring with him. And they both apparently have a lot to say, and they might even address a hardcore king who addressed these two individuals tonight down in Tennessee. And they'll certainly talk about one individual who's maybe not only lost his smile, lost his mind, but seems to be losing matches in Indiana. And they'll probably talk about what's about to come in Ohio in a few weeks from now. And we probably will see the usual cast of characters. One guy who always says, "What?" and the other guy who always comes on here. And boy, he was the center of controversy once again. And I'm sure there'll be a whole cast of others here because, after all, we are in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, where figuratively and literally all wrestling matters. And you know that these two individuals, after all, if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be any All Wrestling Matters. Maybe there wouldn't be any true, I don't know, maybe backyard version of the Monday Night Wars, and there certainly wouldn't be what's about to be the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history in Summer Bash, which takes place from July 5th to July 7th. And boy, are these guys going to get into it, plus who knows what else. So it's time to give them that introduction, because technically, since they're both basically peas in a pot, it's both their shows simultaneously, and we got to give them that introduction because, after all, before we get joined in a few other places, it's time to do it. They're waiting. Look at Omen Black's face. He looks like he wants to strangle me as usual, so I'm going to certainly make sure to give these two gentlemen that introduction that we've been all waiting for. So with Without further ado, here on the Sportzwire, number one sports show from the foundation, the reigning, defending IMF champion of the world. Simply put, he is the popular monster, Soulja GP. And of course, since it's his platform, it's his channel, he's the reigning, defending IMF Hardcore Champion and the DKW World Champion. He's the boogeyman of the Midwest. He's the hardcore god.
Turn around. You stop now.
The champs are here. Gentlemen.
Hey, that makes you Omen 2 belts. Omen 2 belts.
I thought you were gonna have a stroke right there. You started shaking. And
Well,
you
my
turned
goal
red.
has been to eventually croak on Sportswire, because, after all, you can keep the show. You'll get stuck with Anthony as host, because Anthony, he's apparently now the greatest and most controversial backyard and underground wrestling figure in history. You'll have you'll have James going like, what? I mean, I'm sure Craven Rage will have unlimited appearances on Sportswire. Atomic Titan will be the hardcore king. I mean, maybe that's what the people want, after all. Maybe be the croak on Sportswire and you can take it over.
That's why I love that we live in the time that we live in now. Because, Tom, if you croak on Sportswire, I can just clone you and get another one put
Yeah,
in.
just like the AI version of Atomic Titan, we'll have the AI version of Tom Bryce, so you can keep the platform running. Interesting.
Exactly, Tom. You're gonna be living forever and ever, buddy.
Well, apparently, gentlemen, I couldn't say long time no speak because I think we saw each other a couple of days ago, but it did feel like it's been a couple of long days since we've really seen you to open things up. But I mean, there's so much we could talk about. I'm sure we'll see some of the usuals. I'm sure that there'll be shots fired. I'm sure that there'll be so many shots fired that you'll probably see, I don't know, maybe residuals go from state to state, city by city, fed to fed. But maybe I should start off maybe nice and easy because, we have an event coming up, which we're going to be covering a lot next Thursday in this chair called Summer Heat. It's from your latest show in the IMF. And Soulja GP, maybe I should start out with you because you're going to be putting up that IMF World Heavyweight Championship against a man in Justin Parsley. While he's a part of the Sinners, he seems to be losing his mind, losing his smile, and losing matches. And Soulja, I mean, well.
He'll be losing his teeth here soon.
Yeah. He'll be losing his teeth next Saturday when I knock him out. But it's funny because, this past week, it's been a real big week, really. The same Sinners, they got the best of us at the Raids in the Cage. That's cool. But since then, Tommy the Man Merriman took his ball and went home because he would rather perform in front of a yard instead of 100 to 200 people.
With only a few people watching live on YouTube. Understood.
I mean, we got...
he was a shit on guys doing backyard shit, but he's a champion in a backyard.
He wrestles in his...
Weird.
He wrestles in his boss's backyard. And
it didn't even look like it was the usual setup today, by the way. They had in Indiana. Not that anybody was watching, by the way.
Isn't he part of the team? He said we don't have storylines. But isn't he part of the team that was trying to take over XCW? And then all of a sudden he had a championship match with his teammate.
I mean,
right?
Out of nowhere.
Does that sound like that maybe somebody dangled a carrot in order maybe not to show up and maybe face Omen Black?
I
think a certain fish-faced motherfucker dangled a carrot right in front of the man. He's like, come here, boy.
The irony of a fish face dangling.
And that man ended up becoming a bitch.
The irony of a fish face dangling carrots, right?
So we got one guy that packed up and took his ball and went home.
It's politics.
Which is fine. It's fine. You don't want the exposure. You said you didn't need the exposure because people know who you are.
But we made people know who you are.
But after all, though, interesting though, and again, but I only think a handful of people was watching live on their most recent show, whereas you guys are going to have hundreds of people watching you next Saturday, and I'm sure it's only going to be bigger crowds from here.
The only time I've seen 100 people at XCW is because the roster was watching. That's it.
You're right about one thing. You said that it's only going to go bigger as we go, right? The crowds are only get bigger.
Only bigger and better and everything in between.
We can announce through the city of Palo, they have a fair called Palo Fun Days on August 16th and 17th. Now, August 17th, the big day, the day that all the bigger stuff that they have planned happens on prime time that day. You're going to see IMF perform in front of 1,000 people.
1,000? Wait. Time out for a second. You mean to tell me August 16th, August 17th?
August 17th.
August 17th. We're going to have the fair as the 16th and the 17th, but on the 17th, you guys are going to be
we're the main event of Palo Fun Days.
1,000 people?
They said last year.
I don't even think AEW averages 1,000 people per live show.
I'll say they average about 2,000, 2,500. I went last night to Des Moines.
No, you guys will pass them in a couple months. Don't worry about it. You guys will pass them in a couple months.
On that note, I did have some fans that know us that went to the show saying that the local guys, we could have done it better.
I think that obviously it's pretty clear because look at from where you guys were to where you guys are and where you guys will be. So, yeah, that's a no-brainer because obviously we know that certainly in AEW, everything's going down, 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 kind of like in Indiana. I mean, AEW is like Indiana right now. So, ultimately, yeah, we know that we want to go up. We want to only go to bigger and better and to infinity and beyond, like they said in Toy Story. And you guys are actually doing that literally in a 1,000 people. Let me repeat this for the audience. You guys are going to be performing August 17th, so 2 months from now, in front of 1,000 people.
They said last year 2,000 people.
We said to cut it in half.
They said 2,000 people came through Palo Fun Days, and all they had was a monster truck pull or a tractor pull.
Well, you guys are bigger than a monster truck, figuratively and literally. Looking at the size of you two gentlemen, I mean, certainly, I know the Lexus and Craven Rage still doesn't want any piece of you guys. We know that already. And I guess Tommy the Man Merriman, maybe he saw it. You know what? Maybe Tommy the Man Merriman saw you guys live. He got to obviously see you guys last month at Rage in the Cage, and he thought about it. He said, you know what? A couple of weeks from then, at that point to June 22nd, do I really want to go up against a guy like Omen Black, the boogeyman of the Midwest, a hardcore god, nearly 400 pounds, a man that you almost have to put him in the ground in order to keep him down permanently? It's one thing to deal with the overweight Patrick Swayze down there in the Indiana. It's one thing to beat a teenager for a world championship. It's another thing to beat guys who have probably got backwards heads, basically, literally and figuratively. But it's another thing to wind up beating a man like this, who the likes of pro wrestlers can't put down. As a matter of fact, guys like Jimmy Controversy, guys like Mikey Anarchy, guys like Kato, Boy, our bailiff on Sportswire Radio and landlord, Mac 10 say, you know what? Yeah, I could maybe I could stand against a chance against him. So maybe it's better to be the big fish in the small pond to be the very, very small fish, really in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, where basically you're going to get exposed real quick, more exposed than, let's say, I don't know, maybe guys like Silver Wolf and C2K who come on here.
Like you said, Tom, like we're bigger than the monster trucks that were here last year. See, I think Merriman noticed that he's looking down the line at a real grave digger. Like he's just a power wheel trying to scoot by in IMF.
Hey, it's easy to beat kids. Listen, don't get me wrong. It's a grown man can beat a teenager. Very easy to do that, right? Very, very easy to do that. A grown man can beat an overweight Patrick Swayze. Easy to do that. It's easy to take orders from Fish Face. I mean, does he look like one of the guys from Aquaman, by the way? Very easy to do those things, but it's very, very different when you try to.
I do want to say, Tommy, no hard feelings.
I love Tommy Merriman. No. In all seriousness, Tommy the Man Merriman, I have no issue with him. I have no problem with Tommy.
Most of us don't have hard feelings, but see, here all wrestling matters. So we still want to throw that invitation to Fletch, to Tommy, to come to Summer Bash. I understand that you're not used to no storylines. I get that. That's what you said. But no hard feelings. We still want you guys to come because
I heard you know what?
All wrestling matters.
We're talking, right? All wrestling matters. I even heard through the grapevine that there were certain people that may be affiliated with you guys that apparently weren't going down there now to apparently a show that's going to be taking place in Indiana. That certain individual who owns a company down there in Indiana was even reaching out guys there in a company in Tennessee that shall name nameless, that has obviously lots and lots of viewers and lots of supporters, that I even heard through the grapevine that individual there in the state of Indiana was trying to reach out there because apparently it looks like he knows that his show is going to be Sleeping with the Fishes when it airs, apparently. At least from what I've heard. I don't know, though. You hear anything about that?
I heard that he reached out to my boy Jovi, and due to car troubles, Jovi can't make it.
And I had heard through the grapevine that, speaking of those individuals who I think you just alluded to, that individual in Indiana was even reaching out to individuals in a company that shall name nameless in Tennessee.
They also reached out to a company in Ohio, which they also had medical emergencies and couldn't make it. But certain fish face wanted them to be there, even despite having cancer. So,
yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it.
I will.
No, we can talk. We're live in prime time. Listen, we're live in prime time. I mean, listen, after all, I think it seems like there are owners out there in places like Indiana, Texas, that seem to be in their mind almost maybe living in the Monday Night Wars.
In Texas, you're talking about El Broco del Rio.
Yes, El Broco del Rio. Yes,
That's what he looked. He looked like a broke down Del Rio.
The underweight, yes, the former underweight champion.
Socks you in the mouth.
That would be the former underweight champion over there in ESW Shockwave. The former, not world champion, but the underweight champion. Get it? Underweight.
I would treat him. Hold on. I would treat him like I treat my stepbrothers. He better not touch me because I'll drop that motherfucker.
Who beat him?
Well, he was eliminated by a woman in the Extreme Rumble there, which basically was an on-screen, I guess, owner, quote unquote, of the company. But he was seemingly asking people in the show last week and how they thought about how attractive that woman was. I mean, I'll certainly let people think what they may want to think about that.
He sounds like a cuck, if I can be honest.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, yeah.
He wants you to, like, compliment his wife. He's like, yeah. Or, my bad, not wife. Off-screen.
Whatever it might be implied. Whatever it might be implied.
Oh, yeah, she's so hot. I'm like, he's a weirdo.
Great way to make yourself home in an audience like this one. You know, great way to make yourself, certainly home here, huh?
He's a straight up cuck.
But Justin Parsley, poor Justin Parsley then, huh? Because he obviously has to come to see you guys next weekend. And it sounds like Justin Parsley, he's losing it all right now. Last week, he certainly lost his mind. Today, he once again lost on XCW TV, and he seems like he's lost his smile. He's not smiling anymore. He's not the God-fearing, happy-go-lucky guy that's just back in the sport again.
He's the real Parsley. That's what he is.
What do you mean by that?
He's showing you his real self. I've been saying it's just that he beat up that kid because he couldn't beat him fair and square, so he whooped
Michael Blackheart. Yep.
That kid. I give props to that kid for getting right back up after those whips. But the fact is, I, from that day, was telling everybody that was the real Parsley. That was the real Justin Parsley. Everybody was like, no. He come on here, I want to apologize. I lost my cool, blah, blah, blah. That's nothing but bullshit. The real Parsley showed himself at Rage in the Cage when he smashed me in the head with the fucking picture frame.
The real Parsons on here the other night when he hit his own friend with a picture frame.
And his own friend basically said something to end the show that I couldn't even repeat because we would actually get a cease and desist letter, and we're about to be joined in progress here in about 2 minutes on the PWF YouTube page and the Promo Wrestling Federation YouTube page. But let me fast forward to some comments here because Mr. Parsley, the first real wrestler, and of course the only 3-time Sportswire Radio Hall of Famer, and certainly I'm sure Mr. Black, that was certainly to rub some salt in the wounds there. You can say whatever you want about whatever you want, but you keep talking about Kurt Acid's innovative creation in XCW, and I'll have to show you that these letters run deeper than blood. Ooh, Mr. Parsley.
Who's Kurt Acid?
Kurt Acid is actually, he's one of the really reasons XCW started. Kurt Acid we actually did a tribute for him. He's in our Hall of Fame. Kurt Acid is a great man. Kurt Acid, I know if he was here today, would certainly have differences of opinion about how
Mr. Parsley.
Yes.
June 22nd, you're going to join Kurt Acid. I'm going to put you down, kid. You can go ahead. XCW runs deeper in the blood. That's fine. I'm going to release all that blood that people are going to see on your face. And I'm going to expose you to the world.
But are you concerned, though, that Mr. Parsley has friends like, I don't know, Damian Saint and Ox McCoy who lives in blood? Are you concerned about those friends possibly? Or Uric the Viking?
Damian Saint, whack. Ox McCoy, whack. Uric, whack. Who else?
Tommy Merriman. Yeah.
I got that one for you. Tommy Merriman knew that he couldn't cut the mustard with you guys. Tommy Merriman did the smartest thing of anybody else. He ran away. Listen, can't blame him. Listen, Tommy Merriman, he is the man because he read the tea leaves. He knew he couldn't hang with the big boys. He knew he couldn't hang in prime time. He knew he couldn't hang where hundreds of people are going to see him and see the real Tommy the Man Merriman. He did the smart thing. I mean, I give him a lot of credit, Tommy the Man Merriman. Can't blame him at all. I mean, listen, Tommy the Man Merriman saw that basically, again, he couldn't play where the big boys play.
You know what, Tommy, have fun. Like, greener pastures that you like to roam around.
Oh, it's going to be very greener, but maybe he'll borrow some of the CBDs from certainly the number 2 man over there. But, you know, speaking of people, there is somebody that wants to actually address some of the things, gentlemen, you just said about him. And I'm going to certainly let him have that opportunity because, after all, he is a 3-time Hall of Famer, and he is the first real wrestler, and he holds the second longest reigning tag team championship run in XCW history. That is Soulja JP. Is it Soulja
it's
JP?
Farquad.
It's Soulja JP.
It's even spelled correctly. I know. It's blowing your mind, isn't it?
Oh,
That's Lord Farquad. Correct.
Yeah, it's Lord Farquad. Yeah,
Look, it's Shrek times 2. Shut the hell up.
Ooh.
June 22nd can't come soon enough. You ready to feel the heat, bro?
I'm going to shut your mouth.
I heard you talking shit about my buddy, Kurt Acid, saying you're going to put me down.
No, hold on. Let's get this. I didn't talk shit about Kurt Acid.
You're just going to meet him.
You're just going to meet him very soon.
Will your dad be there?
We're going to have a get-together.
I guess we're going to hell.
Which
Which is where I'll take you, June 22nd.
So are you saying that your friend's in hell?
You got a friend or you?
You're figuring it out, aren't you?
You see what he did.
You're figuring it out, aren't you?
You see what he did to Brokeback Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Don't you talk about Joshua that way. I apologize to him. I paid for his hospital bills, okay? I made that right. I made my amends.
A damn picture put him in the hospital. Fuck.
Must be stronger than he is.
It wasn't just the glass shard stuck in his beard and his hair.
What beard?
It's a little bit harsher. I'm just saying when Soulja experienced something quite similar, the damage was a little bit worse.
Okay.
Is this what you got, kid? I mean, I don't expect much from Indiana, but is this what you got?
What do I need? You have what I need. You have the only thing I need. It's sitting on his shoulder like the slut she is. It's Goldie, baby. That's what I want. And she's coming back to Indiana.
Something you've never won before.
We can call her the Indiana Midwest Federation Championship.
You know, that's a burn. That is a burn, gentlemen. Mr. Parsley certainly
it's okay,
came out
Parsley.
right now.
After I get done whooping your ass, I'll let you hold it so we can take a picture of the picture. You can take a picture with the champ.
The Indiana Midwest Federation champion.
That way, you can show it to baby Esther and be like, this is your uncle. He made me his bitch on June 22nd.
You know, it's so funny because I was thinking after I won the championship, I would kind of do the same thing with your mom because I bet she's feeling real lonely these days. And she just wants a real man to hold her again.
The same for your wife.
But last week you did hold her. So she got held by a real man.
I could say the same thing about Omen. Take it easy. Take it easy going there.
In the words of HBK, he didn't sleep with her because they were up all night.
Oh, somebody here. It's turning. This is, I mean, you can see the tension coming here, June 22nd. I don't think anybody in the yard or underground has seen anything as personal as what's about to happen between Soulja GP and Soulja JP. Soulja JP versus Soulja GP.
You see what I've done to you? You're not the happy, like they said. You're not the happy Justin Parsley. I'll hug your baby and kiss him and give you a handshake.
Wow, dude.
You can feel the metal there right now. We're getting ready.
You're not that guy anymore, man.
But I'm also not kissing hands and shaking babies either. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just a sinner lost in the world like you, man. Just a sleaze, man. Just a sleaze. Just getting the job done wherever I go.
You're not the good guy, and you're not the guy to take this off my shoulder.
You remember the stipulation, don't you?
I remember.
What is it?
But it seems like you're the one. I remember.
I don't know.
Say it.
The
Say it for
stipulation
the
is
audience.
if I get disqualified or I get counted out, he walks away with the title.
Oh.
But it seems like I've been pissing you off a hell of a lot more than you've been pissing me off. So
You're cool as a cucumber.
I'm very confident that when we walk in, I'm walking out the champ. And it's gonna be that moment when you're looking across the ring from me and that bell rings and it's the start of the match. That's the moment. And I want you to take that and I want you to take a deep breath and breathe it in. Because that's the moment that you realize you fucked up. Coming up here challenging the monster. See, like I said, I keep telling everybody I exposed you. And on June 22nd, you're gonna see what the real Popular Monster is all about. See, I've been like he said, am I still the heel monster? I've always been the heel monster. I just kept it down. Because, in my company, I'm a good guy. I've got kids that follow me, so I try to be that guy. I try to be the guy that shakes the kids' hands because they cheer me on. But on June 22nd, that goes away. And you're going to meet the Popular Monster. You're going to meet Mr. Heel Life 24/7. And I'm going to beat the hell out of you and send you right back to that crappy company, XCW, where you belong.
Ooh. Awesome just came out.
Did I?
Yeah, your Awesome G just came out, dude.
But it's real with me.
Relax.
But it's real with me. I'm not El Broco Del Rio. I'm the Soulja GP. And you being Soulja JP, you're just trying to be a wannabe me.
I'll see you there, Soulja.
Before you go, can you
Yeah.
say the Muffin Man? Farquaad looking motherfucker.
You son of a bitch.
And Justin Parsley has once again, he has snapped and has lost his mind again. You can see it personally. We talk a lot. And we talk about a who's who of people. We talk about all these different controversies, all these different personalities. But I don't think, as a matter of fact, I've been covering wrestling here for about 4 years. And I don't think anywhere, any place, any match, any country, any promotion, any championship, any match, I have seen this much bad blood between what we're going to see next Saturday, IMF, Summer Heat, IMF World Championship on the line, Soulja GP, who's just simply the Popular Monster now from the foundation from the Sinners. I guess you could now call him Soulja JP. And Soulja JP is certainly, is it the pressure getting to him? Is it? I don't know. We're going to find out. And by the way, next Thursday at this same time, 10 o'clock Eastern time, you're going to hear from a slew of stars from the IMF and others who are going to be wrestling at Summer Heat. And also to kick things off next Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern time, to go into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, the final member from the foundation to be inducted, Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis goes in to the Hall of Fame.
Well deserved. Well deserved. That kid.
The only guy I like from Indiana.
That guy's got talent.
I like actually a lot more people than in Indiana. I do like Tommy Merriman. It's unfortunate, if we're going to be serious, it's unfortunate what has happened. But I think
the best. Out of character with some guys I like too, but keep
going. It is what it is. But obviously, Jay Ellis, though, will be going into our Hall of Fame. That'll put every single member of the foundation in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. But we're going to be talking about the whole show itself, Summer Heat, which takes place next Thursday. And I also want to make another announcement about the show, gentlemen, because I'm not done. I am purchasing, once again, as I always do, one ticket. So if there's a kid out there, if there's somebody that would like to go, and maybe they want to see Soulja GP versus Soulja JP, or maybe they want to see Omen Black in action, or maybe my buddy Ox McCoy, maybe not your buddy. There's a slew of people out there that you might want to watch. Mephisto. You might want to see Isaiah Rage. You might want to see Ace Diamond out there, who seems to be making waves more than anybody else. I mean, anybody you want to watch? On me, you get a chance to go. So I'm going to make that announcement here. I am purchasing one ticket for somebody that would like to go, and we're going to be inducting Jay Ellis into the Hall of Fame next Thursday. So you better be there or be squared. That is the IMF YouTube page, and we're also now joined in the Promo Wrestling Federation YouTube page, and we're also in the PWF's YouTube page. So there you have it, and we're here with the guys. But, guys, obviously, a lot of comments here. Could I get to comments, or you like to say something?
No, go ahead. Get to comments. We
a lot of people want to talk to you
Love
guys.
the community.
We love the community.
Yes, we have a community here. Yes. Zilla has like 1 million comments, so I'm just going to say hello, Zilla. Thank you very much for tuning in. Also, Dirty has a funny one. Zilla, stop. You spelled both names wrong, my man. And
thank you, Dirty. You know what it is.
And DG Colt said I'm late, and then laughed, and then called you Owen Black. Owen Black. I think he was joking. He was joking.
I get that all the time.
Okay. Let's see who else we got. We got a lot of people here. Pretty sure Zilla doesn't know what it is, my man. 4 up, 4 down, the dirty one.
I don't know what it is, my man.
Now, this individual, I'm going to get to in a little while. I want to get to that.
I'm excited. Summer Bash, like figuring out stuff and all that stuff, but this guy, me fighting this guy, excites me a lot.
It excites me just as much because
for NWA and TNA.
Yeah,
we broke that last night on the show. He's getting a tryout in TNA Impact NWA. So, I mean, you might get the last match before he goes to TNA Impact and NWA. Think about that, Soulja. Obviously, listen, I know you'll obviously be busy with Soulja JP, but right after that, you get the man that everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about him. I mean, he's literally everywhere, and you're going to get a chance to talk about him in a few minutes for sure. Sean Jovi had a funny one. All delays matter. I guess they do. DG Colt's having one at your expense. It's Owen Black himself. LOL. Owen doesn't run this show. Omen does. It was a joke. See, it was a joke. It was a joke. Has DG done some design work for you guys yet?
No, but I would love to have Brian do some design work.
He does it well.
Every time he comes on in the comments, I see a new logo.
And you know what? I gotta bring this up. I gotta tell you. Let me tell you. I gotta tell you why you gotta have Bren do some work for you guys, because if he's done work for our brother Jake Matthews and all those guys in NEW, if he's certainly done work for the Nemesis James Taylor, my dear friend, the Nemesis James Taylor, and certainly the most controversial figure in backyard and wrestling underground history, and Anthony Steele, if he's done work for them, he's got to do work for Omen Black and Soulja GP. I mean, he's got to do design work for you guys.
All I gotta say is, Bren, contact Tom or contact me or something. I would love that.
We know each other well, but I'll certainly make sure that Bren contacts you, because he and I are friends and we talk on Instagram, or at least he comments. I want to say hello to my PWF champion, the Promo Wrestling Federation, Skippy the Evil Cone. By the way, I think he's not too far from down there in Bremen, Ohio. He's got 21,000 followers on Instagram. I do not think I'd want to step in the ring with Soulja and Omen after watching the match of Soulja handcuffing his opponent at the IMF's one of their most recent shows. Hello, IMF and Tom Bryce and everyone. Thank you very much, Skippy. Good to see you, my friend. Omen looks mad. He just like he watched the Silver Wolf match. We're gonna get to him.
I get mad every time I watch the Silver
Wolf.
It
wasn't Silver Wolf he was watching. It was Austin G. It was the El Broco Del Rio. That guy gets him every time, and I gotta calm him down because it's sorry. It just gets him every time.
Safe to say, I don't think he'll be coming here anytime soon back to Sportswire, right? Pretty safe, right?
I want to throw the invitation out to Summer Bash, man. All wrestling matters. I don't care. But
I'll take the invitation back.
I'd like to get in the ring with the small guy and show him what it's like to be in the ring with the big man.
Well, I would say that I'm going to certainly say that I'm sure that he will probably have other plans. But I want to get to some other people that I would like to say hello to. My hardcore king, Mr. Atomic Titan, is here. And by the way, he made Manny Cobra. I got to say something, a couple things. I want to get to him. Well, you want to say something about him?
This
Go ahead.
Guy, I just watched the last TBW Rampage.
Yes, I watched it. That's why I'm late, actually.
I thought I was watching IMF real quick because our names got mentioned, but I had to look real close, like, oh, it's TBW. What the heck? So I kind of I'm honored that my name was actually on the TBW channel, but again, I'm kind of dishonored by who brought me up.
Oh, do you mean like this right here? Do you mean
leave the arena? Oh yeah. And you had little Mike come out here and interrupt me, and I knew it was you. I done some investigating. You wanted to embarrass me. What lawyer would hire you anyway? But you know what?
I would.
I was Shut up and give me the respect I deserve. Now, you're wasting my time and their time. No, you're wasting my time because you're going to not know what to expect next after I tell you this.
Which is,
you know,
let him speak for once.
Little Mike was in my face. And I heard a bee buzzing in my ear. And that's why I turned around like this. Next thing I know, you're putting your hands on me.
That's right, Ross. It was a bee. It was a bee buzzing in his ear. He tried to swat at it.
And you know what? I have filed a lawsuit against you, Matthew, Joseph, and Little Mike for putting your hands on an employee, especially your hardcore king.
A Class A
I would
lawsuit
never
at that,
do
Ross.
that to you.
The only pansies are the ones in the audience. Oh, are you knocking on shit? Oh, shut up, Ross. He's knocking on
these morons.
Well, you shut up 5 or 10 damn minutes. Wouldn't do that to me. How many times have you done stuff to people, huh? You want to go down memory lane? The stuff you've done over the years?
I'll just say, I don't pity
That's all it is. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of you coming around here parade like you're a hero or something. You're nothing. TBW wouldn't be nothing without me. I am the greatest of this generation. And that's
not just this generation, but every generation.
When it's all said and done, they're not going to remember you. They're going to remember me.
Are you done with this? I mean, for God's sake, you have been on this.
You know what?
What?
I made a call at anniversary.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Cobra is no longer. He's no longer around. What I did to him earlier tonight, I told him I was going to put him through living hell, and that's exactly what I would continue to do.
If you would shut the hell up for 5 or 10, 15, 20 minutes, I'll tell you what, the bottom line is this. If it wasn't for your buddy, Xavier Thorne, you made a phone call. I think it's funny when Little Mike returns here. We beat the piss out of you. Oh, it's the most horrible thing in the world. But when some idiot like Xavier Thorne comes to the picture, it's fine and dandy. My ass. I wouldn't be talking. That's the facts.
You need your lawyer present right now.
I'll get my lawyers.
You're gonna lose a lot of money soon. Lots of it. Because of what you did to me.
First, okay,
if you want to step up and do that once again, buddy, it'll be the worst thing you ever did. I would zip it. Zip it.
Are you done? Are we done here?
We done? Put your hands on me again?
No, I'm not going to put my hands on you.
No!
I'm going to get to the
part. No! We're still going to be royal. An anniversary. We're still going to be royal era. Good. Decided to make a little time till that little rascal Thorny your nightmare. Cierra tu boca.
You see, I'm not going to give you another shot because that anniversary, you lost. And you know, you got to get to the back of the line. So maybe you can call some other talent that's actually, hardcore enough to take me on. Maybe Omen Black, Soulja GP.
Wait a minute. Wait. Soulja GP and Omen Black. Did I just hear that correctly?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard the same thing.
I want to just say one thing about it.
You got this?
It's kind of like Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times.
The movie's coming up, by the way, in a few months. The new movie.
Can't wait. Titan, keep saying my name. I'm going to show up.
Yeah, you should keep saying your name. What? You sure about that? You sure?
100% sure.
I mean, they don't call him the boogeyman for nothing, right?
They do, right? Now, you guys are obviously, you're a hardcore god, right, Omen?
What's a king to a god? That's all I got to say. Titan.
Well, you know what? You may or may not be right, but he's here right now.
Oh, so you say our name.
I can show off my gold too.
I mean, yeah, let me put mine up. I'll put mine up too. Mine weighs more than you, kid.
You see, I mentioned you two because of unuseless talent like Manny Cobra and everyone that Joshua Allen is putting him against.
And you made him bleed once again, Manitoba. You made him bleed tonight once again, my hardcore king. And let me bow down to you.
I punk kicked his school right in.
You would never do that to me, Titan.
Or me.
I don't know. I might do that. You never know.
Then you should come to Summer Bash.
Yeah.
Come to Summer Bash.
There's a match at Summer Bash where all hardcore wrestlers who want to be in the match will be taking place at the elimination hardcore style match. If you're a king, this should be right up your alley. You want to get the respect that you want from everyone. That's the match you'll get respect from everyone.
Also, I mean, there's 3 nights, right? And it seems like you have a nice partner in Xavier. What's his name?
Xavier Thorne, get it right.
He's the psychopath.
You don't want him to take you out.
You brought our names up. You brought our names up for a reason, right? Because you want that challenge. You want that competitiveness that we can give you guys. Give you. That's why you brought our names up. But there's 3 days of Summer Bash, and you have a partner.
Yeah.
We have partners. So why don't you bring your partner and a Summer Bash? You put your money where your mouth is, and you face the foundation.
Well, I want to say this though. Too,
I'll have to make a call to him.
Like I said, you keep mentioning my name, I'm going to show up in TBW. Hell, no offense, Soulja.
Good, I hope you do.
I may even team up with Josh Allen and kick your ass.
I'm
Josh Allen.
Can I come out as manager?
Oh,
I'll bring my tennis racket, and I'll be Jim Cornette. I'm okay with that.
That was actually pretty funny. I won't lie. That was pretty.
You know what? We can even do on the grandest
Allen?
stage. We can even do on the grandest stage in TBW. What season finale?
Season finale, anniversary, Summer Bash.
That's a season finale worthy match. Atomic Titan and Xavier Thorne versus the Painmaker and the Boogeyman.
That would probably be the easiest match we've ever had to go
For us, yes, it will be.
Whoa.
Titan, the two of you and Xavier don't even measure up to one of Omen.
And Joshua Allen is saying, if you're such a king, then go to Summer Bash.
Why don't he go to Summer Bash?
That's a question you'd have to ask him, I suppose.
Why doesn't the king go to Summer Bash?
Because he's a hardcore king.
Like you said tonight, you don't have a lot of competition, right?
If I do show up.
So show up.
And apparently Mr. Allen would like to say he's been dreaming too much. Greatest in this generation.
I mean, it is true. Greatest in this
I would agree with what you've done. I mean, listen, I said it in my video on Instagram. You find Terry Funk hasn't had the run as a hardcore champion as the run that you've had. Tommy Dreamer, Mick Foley, Sabu, Tanaka, Sandman, Raven, they all fell into comparison to this run. One of the greatest runs of any hardcore champion in history.
Right here. I still got the belt. Manny Cobra, anybody that wants to take me on. I don't care if it's you or black. I'm going to be able to take out the competition like I always do. I always find a way. And even if I do come to Summer Bash, there will be a way that I'm going to win every single match that I compete in. Because I'm just that
I know
great.
for a fact if you show up and you wrestle the foundation, that's a loss for you.
I believe I can.
We eat bigger meals.
Take you both out.
We eat bigger meals, dude. Like I take shits bigger than you, bro.
You need to accept that, by the way.
No. You see, if I step to both of you, I would punk kick both of you, and you'd be out.
Hold on. You're what? You're a buck 20, a buck 30.
I mean, I may be small, but I've took out bigger competition than both of you. So.
But you've never took out competition as good as us.
Yeah,
Joe Anderson's a multiple-time
Here's
world
why
champion.
you name-dropped us. You didn't name-drop anybody else. You name-dropped us.
That's true, too.
Because we're the best of the best. So come to Summer Bash. Bring your partner and wrestle us night one.
Hey, but listen, at least I gave you credit for being talented.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
But, Tommy, no. Couple claps and
come to Summer Bash.
Mr. Titan, I know you're obviously very busy, man. You just really ran off the set from TBW. I know literally we just saw you minutes ago, and obviously you have to go back home to obviously, go attend to family matters and such and things like that. And thank you so much for running off another great show at TBW, maybe the greatest Rampage in history. And I look forward to seeing more from you in the greatest run of any hardcore wrestling champion in history. Thank you so much, Mr. Titan.
Like I said, though, Titan, in the past,
yeah,
you show up to Summer Bash, and you step in the ring with me, our deal still stands. If I beat you, you're done hardcore wrestling indefinitely. And if you beat me, I'll show you the goddamn respect that you want in front of everyone at Summer Bash.
All right.
Well, Mr. Titan, it's always good to see you, and I bow down to you. Just want to make sure.
Thank you for bowing down and giving me your respect. I deserve. Everyone will eventually do that. So
they will, and thank you so much. Go home now. Obviously, a busy day in TBW land for Atomic Titan, the Hardcore King. Literally just ran off the set. How about that? Literally just ran off from Rampage 163 and decided that he wanted to obviously say hello to you guys. And what an appearance there from the Hardcore King, Atomic Titan. But there are so many people that want to talk to you, gentlemen. Let's try to come back to some of the comments here because there's a lot of comments here, and I want to try to get to everybody here. Also, I got here, that's a W for Dirty, meaning he gets a victory. Oh, a wink, wink, and a nod. He got a victory. So congratulations, Dirty got a win over a certain somebody. Big win.
Overtime.
Big win. You know what? Listen, it's in the record books. Win's a win. I'm sure we'll say hello to him and some others later on, but we have some other business to attend to first. That is Coach Chris Craven. IMF made me better. The foundation changed the game for this sport. They changed the game. Sean Jovi, our resident rock star for all wrestling matters. Although Sean Jovi, if you watch Vindication today, he's dealing with Jonathan Pierce now, it looks like. But we'll move on to that later on. Hello, Nicholas Crenson. And by the way, Nicholas Crenson got a victory over Craven Rage. He beat Craven Rage.
He knows better.
I will say, Crenson's the first one to spell my name right all night.
I thought I spelled your name right.
No, I'm talking about like the other guy.
Oh, duly noted. Well, we've got some more people
in the comments. He's the first one to spell my name.
We've got some more people that I'm sure will be saying hello tonight, but we'll say that. Yes, it's an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations, guy. That's some links here for the IMF.
He's already famous. Joe,
but he wants to be more famous.
You're the foundation's rock star.
He wants to be more famous. 1,000 folks. Yes, I think it's just another great moment here. And Mr. Titan was here, so I'll just not run off from those comments. Hard work pays off, IMF. Follow your dreams, everyone. Never give up on them. Dreams come true if you put in the hard work. Congrats, IMF. Could not have said it any better from our PWF World Champion, Skippy the Evil Clown. Joshua Allen formally says hello. And also, let's come back to the resident rock star. Soulja and Omen are changing the game on a daily basis. I'll ad-lib it. They believe in the same things I do. All wrestling matters now in 2024 more than ever. Could not have agreed more on that.
I mean, Tom, I've been saying this since day one. What did I tell you when we first talked? What I was trying to do?
Bring people together. And
I was trying to bring back those territory days.
Absolutely.
Where it looked like everybody was willing to work with everybody. For the last year and a half, that's what I've been telling everybody. I'm not changing. I'm literally trying to bring everybody together.
No, and you know what? And you see
why
it.
Every person I've defended the title against in this reign, except for Prince, because Prince stole my belt, and I had to get it back.
Outside IMF talent.
It's outside IMF talent. It's bringing talent in. Getting people to recognize.
You know what? You guys have, and I'm not saying it because I'm a homer. I'm saying it because I speak my mind. You guys have always welcomed anybody when you're on here. There's certain people that say, "Oh, it's my stream," and that's it. No, you guys are like, "Bring it on." You guys want to know. There are people that are champions in other places that have said, "Nope, it's my moment. Nope, my moment."
You know, I want to go toe to toe. I want to go toe to toe with the Big Cheese sometime.
You know, Anthony said that last night. Anthony said the same thing.
No, like real
everyone get in line.
I'm just saying, I'm right behind you. Then, right behind you.
I'm the one guy. He's admittedly on a mental health sabbatical, but he will be back here. In a few months, I'm sure, and I'm sure that he would love that if it works out. And hello from our brother, Mr. Darkron. How you doing, Mr. Darkron? I hope you're doing well, and everybody else out there. And Gravedigger reference, my man. Want to say hello to my buddy who's coming here Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, Big Tex of DBW. How you doing, Big Tex? Nice to see you. He says, don't want to interrupt Omen Black Show. No, you're always welcome to interrupt. How you doing, Big Tex? Good to see you, Big Tex. They just had a show Thursday Night Thunder Punch, which just aired a little while ago, and they had a nice turnout. So big shout out to the guys over there. We certainly say hello to everybody in DBW. Let's not mention special MFs trying to poach IMF. We're going to get to him. I'm sure we're going to get to that thing. I hope Fletch can manage in his 27-man Rumble. Sucks I can't make my grand return in Indiana, but sometimes stuff happens for a reason, and that's the bottom line. To quote James Taylor, Stone Cold, right? But the bottom line is this, that you're better on the other side. You're better in the other state in the Midwest. So ultimately, this is where the grass is greener on the other side, figuratively and literally. So don't feel too bad. Besides, more people will watch you live and maybe on the if you were actually in that.
When people mention Iowa now, they're like, it's just a corn state. No, we're more than just a corn state. We got Slipknot and we got IMF.
Well, doesn't Becky Lynch count as part of your state now, too? Because she's half the state.
Yeah, she loves Iowa boys.
I told you, see? Somebody got the reference.
Yeah, Somebody loves Iowa boys.
See? A great reason, Jovi. What the F is Justin
I have that huge crush on Becky Lynch, and that's one step closer. I'm an Iowa boy, so, she likes Iowa boys. Just saying, if it doesn't work with Seth Rollins, Becky, hit me up.
Hey, you never know. Justin may or may not be in his dirtiest times. Let's say.
I swear, he looked more and more like Lord Farquaad from Shrek every time I see him.
I have no comment on that, but I want to say hello to my buddy Alan Michaels, the trendsetter, who put on a hell of a match against Jay Wild. What a hell of a match!
Summer Bash.
He's got a lot of big things ahead. Alan Michaels is going a lot of places, figuratively and literally. He is really proven a lot of people that he belongs in the discussion of being a main event star. Tommy can't hang. Listen, like I said, he knows that it's in the big leagues. He knows that he would be in the big leagues. And, going to the big leagues in Iowa and seeing Omen Black and seeing Soulja GP across the apron is different when compared you going up against teenagers and guys that, obviously are what they are. I mean, listen, I would do the same thing if I was Tommy the Man Merriman. I would run the other way. I can't blame him. Soulja who? Why is a parsley forehead on here? Is that why? That's actually kind of funny. The man's hairline, though.
Yeah, he likes to do this.
Are we saying it's Shawn Michaels Are we saying he's got like the Shawn Michaels 2014 hairline? Is that what we're trying to say here, pretty much? You definitely.
I think he should start shaving his head. He's starting to get the.
Well, he may not grow it back, though.
He's starting to get the Baron Corbin.
He may not grow it back. I may have a history in Indiana, but renaming that title to that is gross, bro. I think that's kind of what the boys just said. Hello, Mephisto. How you doing, Mephisto? And I guess you guys. I was gonna say that Mephisto's not a Foundation member, but he does say you know what it is, and Sean does like that. Snap things getting real. Justin, count your days. Coach loved the mom jokes, and Brent thought it was like Jerry Springer for a little bit. Mephisto had TV time last night. Mephisto's happy. Justin is a soldier that made shooting innocence a thing. That's pretty clever. Soulja JP. Ooh, Soulja JP. They're the real Indiana legends. You know what? This is a good one. Sean Jovi hit the nail on the head. The real Indiana legends don't exist in XCW. They're not Chris Castle, King BW, Happy Cycle, Devin Bliss, Chongo, after all. And I could not agree more. And of course, Mackie Boy, who we'll see later on. I'm sure. You both suck. Omen, where's my rent? And hello to Remy Ravage. Yes, Remy Ravage is back in XCW. Remy, we actually do have a lot of friends in XCW. It's the one we pretty much made it clear. There's two people that really are the problem there. And congratulations to Mr. LaFlame. Let's see. Jovi, to pretend there are no legends in XCW is to act like you don't understand wrestling. No, there actually is a lot of legends. Chris Jones is a legend. Corey Lee's a legend. There is a lot of great talents in XCW. I would actually like to go on the record and stating that XCW has a very good roster. I would like to say, and I am.
You know who's not very good on that roster?
Who?
Justin Parsley.
I knew you were going to say that. I walked right into that. Parsley, I'm living in the late 2000s or in the early 2010s. Josh is a great person and good heart. I think he's talking about Mr. Allen here, which we appreciate that. Well before I knew what an XCW was. Parsley, I'll call you a legend if you actually beat Soulja GP, which you won't. Omen. That's Mr. Kron giving the chance. These TBW promos are used in ISIS as a torture device. That's not true. That's that's not true. I don't think we do torturing anymore in America. Do we do torturing for like those with terrorists?
Every time we listen to Justin Parsley, it's torture. So it's
you know what? I don't know what classifies as torture and waterboarding these days. I'll have to bring out my law book from my days in college in law class. But that's a different conversation in a different decade. We will say yes, but we want to get through a couple of people here. The atomic turd is growing some balls. It's the atomic chuckling. Omen being true here. Let's see who else we got that we didn't read off. Josh and Titans promos are trying to choose what's worse, diarrhea or more diarrhea. I don't know if I agree with that. The King can't drive that far. Mackie Boy likes to say, no, Omen, I will do this one time only. Me and you against him and Thorne. He wants to team with you against Titan and Thorne.
So I'm getting ready to that.
He just said I sucked, though, just a little bit ago.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Well... I'm going to get a
Mackie.
Littlefoot's trying to. Reason Titan is peddling is because he doesn't have Thorne on the show right now.
That's very true.
That's very true.
Thorne drives viewership. By the way, Thorne drives viewers. Titan and Josh are the best at being awful at promos. I don't agree. I want to say hello to one of my buddies, Aaron Blaze, the headline in the main event. Of course, another guy that obviously
the headlines have been here all night. So.
Well, but he read that he knew what was best for business and left Indiana like everybody else.
No, if he knew it was best for business, he would have showed up to IMF like 2 years ago.
Well, you never say never. Never say never. Hope springs eternal. But he did at least read the writing on the wall.
Could have had a better run in IMF than XTW, Aaron.
Now, that I agree with you. And I think most people would say he would have certainly, and I'm sure he would say the same thing, that if he had to do it all over again, he would have been in Iowa rather than Indiana.
You know who else would have said that if he would have done different? Mr. Judgment, Ego, all these guys that we reached out to when we were getting started, and they wanted to trash us or, oh, you're not on our level type shit. Now they're all coming out of the woodworks.
Keep working on it, kid. But maybe one day.
Wait. I got to come back to that. You mentioned Mr. Judgment. I know we're going to get to Mr. LaFlame. We're going to get to some other people. But you mentioned Mr. Judgment. That a name that I just heard you mention? Judgment Ego? That the name
yes,
that
sir.
I heard?
Yes, sir, you did.
Those individuals, right? Now, they claim, at least in one individual, Mr. Judgment, that he wants to work with you guys. He's all about collaboration.
He wasn't about that 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
He wasn't about that when we first started bringing up Summer Bash last year.
So why do you think now all of a sudden?
Hey, this is shooting time, right? Shooting.
Absolutely.
Right?
Shooting with the foundation. Let's go for it.
We have a chat that we created, Foundation versus Ego. Because
that's something else.
Summer Bash 3, we wanted to set up Ego versus the Foundation. Since we have 6 or 7 members of the Foundation, we wanted to run at the time. We wanted to run a whole Ego versus the Foundation, and these guys couldn't separate real from character, being in character.
Me being me and Soulja being himself. We went in that chat room just, I guess, annihilating these guys. Back to back, burn after burn, promo after promo.
Just
and all we kept getting back is, I'll beat you. That doesn't matter. I'm something, blah, blah, blah. I'm this champion, this somewhere, chamber in this place.
You're not on our level. None of us want to come there because you're not on our level.
Guys with Ego can't speak. They couldn't speak to us.
Oh, we've had them on here. Listen, we've had Ego on. We've had Austin James on. We've had Roland Havoc on.
Or we had an inside the rope where one of their company guys, Cyrus came in the comments running his mouth.
I say him a one-trick pony.
So we started, talking shit back, and they got all butthurt, and they all started leaving that chat one at a time. And we did have we recorded. We recorded a sorry.
Yeah,
We'll send you the link later, and you can see it. We recorded a sorry, but then we thought about it.
A PSA.
But if you don't mind me asking, right now, Mr. Judgment again, phenomenal wrestler, phenomenal worker. We were talking about
great worker.
Yeah, but my question is that do you really think
great worker against people that?
Well, I was going to bring it up though. Omen, Soulja, I got to even be honest. Mr. Judgment on a stream like this, could he really talk with the likes of Omen, Soulja?
He couldn't stand toe to us.
Yeah.
On the mic.
Could you imagine him and Anthony Steele in the same?
He couldn't talk to Anthony Steele, James Taylor, us two. He couldn't talk to even. Sorry to say, Justin Parsons.
I was about to say that too. I was like. I
think Atomic Titan would run circles over him.
DJ Black would run circles around him in a promo.
How about Jake Matthews? Jake Matthews would run circles.
James Sayers.
How about what? James Taylor. James Taylor would. What? Mr. J. Could you imagine? How about him and the coach Chris Craven on the same stream? Boy, that would be a little interesting, huh?
I think Craven knows better to get on with Chris Craven.
Craven would eat him up, eat him alive.
My advice would be for Mr. Judgment is to think twice about being on a stream. I like Mr. Judgment. I happen to like him. My advice though would be, you might want to rethink about that one. You might want to rethink it.
I hate the dishonesty. Don't act like you were always down to work with IMF or go to CBS. You weren't.
Do you think that's somebody?
Why would we keep asking you to come if you literally?
Do you think that's somebody trying to be a politician and trying to control the narrative? Why do you think that was?
It's cult-like mentality. I swear to God, that company is full of guys who will drink the Kool-Aid because their master says so.
Well, I mean, figuratively and literally, somewhat. Yeah, but do you think that? Do you think though that?
Heaven's Gates.
But do you think though that the collaboration that it's disingenuous from what you're telling me, that his side of the story about he says he's always collaborated, he believes in working with people, but when
he's wrestling the same people.
EBW Pro, BTW, DBW, same guys. I don't know much about BTW. I know there's different guys that don't go to EBW or EBW Pro. Cool.
Yeah, there's a cycle of people that wrestle in EBW Pro. A lot of them go to DBW.
I'll point out, we're going to shoot from the hip. We're still shooting from the hip and shit. That's cool. But I'll say it. Jack Delta will wrestle anywhere, but won't go there. And that says a lot because Jack Delta will go anywhere.
And also, you know what? Let's be kicked the ballistics. He wrestled in BTW. A lot of those guys.
That's not a knock on Jack Delta. Jack Delta, I said what I said about him when we first hooked up, but we've talked since then. Jack Delta's a really cool guy. Like, I have no problem.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. Jack is always here, and I've said it, and I've always proud to say Jack and guys like Aaron Blaze. They have gone out there and set the trail. They have traveled. They have walked in shoes that nobody hasn't. But it sounds like what you're telling me. It sounds like a pretty fair statement that like Jack Delta was in VTW, and a lot of the VTW crossovers in DBW, and they made him into a comedic character. They made him kind of into a gimmick.
And that's bullshit because Jack Delta has talent. He's a really talented guy.
We're not knocking the product. The product is clean, it's well cut, and it's a great.
Yeah, listen.
Great show to watch.
I think the VTW.
My big thing is the fucking honesty that you want to pretend to have now, which a couple months ago you didn't want to work with us.
Is that also now, from your vantage point? Do you think that's also because you guys now, listen, this platform has exploded. You look at the popularity, you look at the viewership, you look at what you guys have done going to venues. 6 months ago, he's in a position of strength. He's in a position where, I can be the one in control. Whereas now, I mean, you're the one with the following. You're the one that's in live venues. You're the one that's offered and worked with different people. Whereas, yeah, sure, listen, I think he's done a lot of great things, but he didn't want to work here. And also, there was an opportunity to come on the stream with you guys, and, it was what it was. And their guys come on this platform, and a lot of them...
Hey, we welcome any of them. If y'all think you can go toe-to-toe with us, come on right now. Any of you. I know y'all watching. You got spies watching Judgment. Come on. Come on the platform.
I'll say this. If you guys are going to message us later on, talking shit, you're wasting your time. I don't
want to be that guy that, that wrestler that feels like he's better than them. But yeah, like you said, you're wasting your time.
Behind the scenes, I liked Roland Havoc. I didn't like Austin James. Me and Austin James are cool. I'm not knocking him, but back then, Austin and Roland Havoc, you guys can admit this, hopefully at one point, you guys thought we actually wanted to fight y'all. Y'all didn't want to work with us because we were too good at what we do. You guys couldn't.
But you know what? You said something interesting. Jack Delta's not going to DBW. Aaron Blaze isn't going to DBW. Those guys people respect.
I'm not knocking the product, but there's got to be a reason, boys, why these guys, the ones that are on here all the time traveling, there's got to be a reason why they ain't coming.
That's a great question. I mean, obviously, it's one thing when you have the same cycle of people wrestling, but in IMF, that's never the case. I never see the same cycle of people in IMF. I never see the same cycle of people with DKW, WCE. You guys brought them in. I see other companies and NEW. Jake Matthews started a riot in the ring, and he brought 20 different people, 20 companies together. And to me, I'm just wondering, what's your perspective as to why that now all of a sudden we're trying to change the narrative? Yeah, I always wanted to work with you guys. I always wanted to be in Summer Bash, but it didn't seem like there was anybody that really reached out to you guys.
He did send that message, and I've heard it. What's your opinion about it? Do you think he was sincere about wanting to come to Summer Bash, or was he trying to save face?
My opinion was that he was not coming to Summer Bash, and now what's happened is that the platform is a different platform since a lot of his guys have come on in the last couple of months. And the platform,
it's better, and they can't talk.
It's a better. We're living in a new era. We're living in an attitude era, basically. Guys are coming on and they're being themselves. It wasn't like before where, hey, yeah, we would talk and we would try to coddle people. No, you're seeing it. This is now a new era.
When we first started coming on, it was
just WC.
People. Yeah, people were talking about like
other
out of character. Out of character, people would be talking like you're asking questions about their career and all that stuff. Now, like we brought controversy,
and that's what people want to see. People want to see.
He interrupted Craven and shut Craven up. I interrupted Jovi, and now everybody interrupts everybody. So you never know what you're going to find on Sportswire, and that's what makes Sportswire.
And that's what people want. They want to see, and that's why you guys started the movement. People want to see change. They want to see things. They don't want to see the same old. And I think that's what it comes down to. And there's a lot of comments.
Now lately, we're talking about we're all a family.
Because we are. And I think there are people that come here.
We're all a family.
Because I think what you're seeing is that the people that believe in the movement are wrapping themselves around it, and you are getting the support. There are people, I think some people we've already explained in Indiana and Texas, and I think those, and again, in Maryland, I think that they see the tea leaves, but the question is it sincere or is it really now trying to save face? And it sounds like a politician being a politician.
Again, like us and what we've been trying to do this whole time. XCW, DBW, and El Broco Del Rio. Come. The water's fine. Come join the community.
We proved.
Well, I think El Broco Del Rio is never coming to any work with anybody. He was got it. Go for it.
Before IMF was a thing, not a lot of companies would work with the whole company. I mean, you get some travelers like Jack Delta, Law,
Aaron Blaze,
travelers, individual people, which all respect to them.
Absolutely.
But when IMF became a thing and we started traveling to DKW, we kind of showed the community in the backyard scene.
And you guys went to ROEW too. Don't forget ROEW. You guys went there.
We showed people it can be beneficial for both parties and it can work. So now you start seeing a lot more, I guess, cooperation federation between federation. You get to see TBW and Resurrection. You get to see Resurrection work with Pro Wrestling Venom. You see all this stuff because of shit that we have done as a company.
It broke down doors.
With all the work that Jack Delta, Law, and Blaze, and the other guys I'm forgetting about who traveled, all the work they've done and all the work that we've done as a company, is now, I guess, repaving the road of what backyard wrestling, underground wrestling is now.
See, that's what Summer Bash is for us. Like the other day, I brought this up the other day before I was interrupted. That the cheese, a big cheese, to ask you what backyard companies, what backyard wrestlers you would send over to Europe to fight their companies. And the first thing you said was you're excluding us because you don't see us as backyard anymore.
I do not, no.
So like Summer Bash is our giving back to the yard. We know where we came from. Yeah, we know where we came from. And we're always down to travel.
But do you see yourself as backyard wrestlers now? Because I don't. I see you guys playing in front of big venues. I see you guys as like
we're getting there.
We may not be backyard wrestlers, but we will never forget or disrespect where we came from.
We're getting there. I mean, are we indie? Maybe. But we have our LLC. We have our LLC. We're a legit.
See what I mean? You proved my point. You proved my point in its entirety.
But the fact is, but we're still backyarders doing indie stuff better than indie stuff people are doing.
I've had pros tell both me and him that we do it better than guys who've been trained who are on the indies.
I literally at another company, like we weren't even there as Soulja and Omen. We were there as Gary and Shane. Like we were there to watch a show, and they actually came up to us in the audience because they had come to our show the week before and was like, "You guys do this a lot better than they're doing it."
Now, there's a lot of comments, and I want to come back to Summer Bash shortly in a second, but there's a lot of comments, and I want to try to read through some of them. Also, let me try to get to the Aaron Blaze was going back and forth. Let me see here. I think he went back and forth with the Atomic Titan. It's a different version. I've grown as a competitor. It goes both ways. Okay, I'm trying to come back.
Kids. Titan versus Blaze. Come on, man.
It's up. Aaron Blaze is obviously going to say some few things. Hello, Tom. What's up, Soulja and Omen? 4 up, 4 down, respectively. Blaze, the door is open. Yeah.
Well, before we go more, we were asked to go on
either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, go on the Nemesis sessions. We gladly accept. We'll be back on the Nemesis sessions this weekend.
Now, speaking of Summer Bash, though, can I come back to Summer Bash for a second?
Yeah.
Because there's somebody here that actually wants to address Summer Bash and address you guys. Can I bring that person up? He hasn't been here in a long time.
Always.
Well, he's part of ROEW. BYW.
Yeah, you know what it is. Hall of Famer, man. There's a Hall of Famer there.
He's probably got a lot to say, too, about James Taylor. Probably another guy that wants to pile on James Taylor.
You're talking about my piece of shit boss. He's a crook. He's a crooked owner. He doesn't know how to manage a company. He couldn't even manage a Walmart given the opportunity. Tom, how the hell are you? Soulja, Omen, how the hell are you?
Great to see you, buddy. Yeah, it's been a while. How's the baby?
I gotta give you credit on your friend Big Man Cam, by the way. I gotta say, Big Man Cam, he's the next thing in wrestling right now.
Big Man Cam is a machine. He is a force to be reckoned with, and he is the all-out destruction, the all-out weapon, if you will, of BYW. But Soulja, the baby's good. She's over there right now. Actually, the wife's over here. But I had
she got more hair than you yet? She got more hair than you yet?
What?
I said she got more hair than you yet?
A lot more. A lot.
I do like the bald head look. Actually, I've grown.
I appreciate it.
It's growing on me, buddy. It's growing on me, brother.
Oh, it is. But gentlemen, I'm here on business. Got some things to talk about, some things to discuss, because we're Foundation brothers. Soulja, we're brothers. Omen, we're brothers. But I've been paying attention to the show tonight. I've been seeing some things go down. And you talk about, people that didn't want to work with you. Well, Jason Storm's been at the forefront from day one. Since you guys showed up in ROEW the first time, I've been on the Summer Bash list for damn near a year. And June 22nd. See, it's actually funny because I'm supposed to be busy that day. ROEW Weekend Warfare And I do have a match against Alex Cross. And I know, James Taylor, he thinks I'm scared. He thinks I'm worried. He thinks Alex might pull up the win. See, I bring up Alex Cross, now my baby's crying.
I mean,
anyway,
I wanted to cry myself, too.
She understands what crappy is.
I'm going to prove to the world, and I'm going to announce it right here tonight, how unfazed I am by the threat of Alex Cross. Because not only will Jason Storm June 22nd be in Detroit, Michigan for ROEW Weekend Warfare, but after I dispatch of Alex Cross, and after I reveal to the world the one true parasite I've been watching for months and months and months, I'm going to do a little bit of traveling, and I don't know how I'm going to do it that fast. I might have to fast travel like a damn video game, hop on a plane, Uber, taxi, by boat, by train. It doesn't matter, gentlemen, because the old saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And it looks like Omen, June 22nd, you need a dance partner, my friend. And I've seen your work. I've seen the destruction, the carnage. I love it, man. That's what I thrive on, Usually I'm pretty sadistic with my opponents, and make no mistake about it, June 22nd. I'm not going to be Mr. Nice Guy. You're going to get the full-fledged Cyclone. But June 22nd, the Cyclone Jason Storm is going to show up in Palo, Iowa, in the IMF Arena, and go one-on-one with Omen Black, the DKW World Heavyweight Championship, in a hardcore match. What do you say, Mr. Omen? What do you say?
As Foundation Brothers, I'll gladly have a match with you at Summer Heat. I'm just glad that someone actually answered the open challenge and had the balls to. And of course, it's the Foundation, baby. You know what it is.
I'm excited that it's you. We get to spend time with our fellow brother, man. So
wow!
I'll buy the first set of beers after that match.
Yes, we're gonna tear the house down.
This is unbelievable.
Go ahead.
Unbelievable. This is going to be
what Summer Bash is about.
And this is even better. That June 22nd, Jason Storm, the Cyclone Wrestling, Omen Black. That's even better than the guy in Indiana. Way better than that. Way better than that.
Did you see the drawing out of the drawing of the hat? The matches. Summer Bash. You got a qualifying match to win that. Crown the first ever All Wrestling Matters World Champion. When you go against fellow brother member, which luck of a draw happened to be, we're gonna see Storm versus Dirty Donnie.
Well,
winner goes into the ladder match.
No mistake about it, gentlemen. June 22nd, I will walk out of IMF with gold on my shoulder, and I'm going to cruise right into Summer Bash, DKW World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh.
And I'm going to be walking out of Summer Bash, Jason 2 belts.
But
I don't like the ring to that at all, but it's going to look great. And hear me when I tell you this, because everyone's going to think, Storm, if you're the DKW champion, you have to show up at DKW, right? No. See, because although some members of DKW might be in the foundation, I view DKW as parasites. So I would never go to DKW. So I am making a proclamation to the world now. If and when I win the DKW World Championship, mark my words, DKW, you will never see a world champion in your company again, because I'm taking that gold everywhere else, baby. It's going to ROW. It's going to Summer Bash. I'm leaving with IMF. It might even go to OMW. Hell, I might even come out of Indiana. Not that, but gentlemen, I am excited because I'm pulling a doubleheader, 2 different states, and I am walking home with gold.
But
you know, Jason Storm, before you leave, there is somebody apparently that wants to address all of this because you did mention ROEW, you did mention Weekend Warfare.
Tom, please don't tell me you're saying what I think. Oh.
Mr. Clean himself. Finally! You're right here, kid. Let me see them bitty little eyes of yours. What you smirking about? Before you worry about IMF and the IMF or DKW or whatever championship you're going after, hell, you're too damn soft. You wouldn't be able to whoop Omen's ass if he was on life support. You need to worry about somebody like Alex Cross June 22nd, because you might think you run shit, kid, but you won't run nothing under my roof. You're in my house. You're in my world now, punk.
James Taylor.
Look at me when you talk to me.
I don't even respond.
Let's not forget one thing. I'm going to lay out a couple facts for you and leave you with this to think about, because I got a baby I got to take care of. I can't even yell at you like I want to, you stupid, slimy piece of shit. You know you're a crooked son of a bitch. And if you showed up to ROEW like a real owner would, when I was owner, I showed up every week, buddy. I would smack the shit out of you because fact number one, my contract's ironclad. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. I don't even have to show up to Weekend Warfare if I don't want to. So if you don't start talking to me with some respect, you're going to lose your top star in ROEW. And don't even say some smirky shit about, ooh, the outsider, the matchmaker. I ain't worried about Delta. I ain't worried about JX. With ROEW, all you got to think about is DYW. Fact number two, James Taylor, you're a piece of shit. I want to fight you.
Isn't that the same?
To Michigan. I want to destroy you. And mark my words, before I go to IMF on June 22nd, your little banger of a show, your first little, ooh, I'm the owner. Well, guess what? Storm, ruining your night, your show, your platform. Because when it comes to ROEW, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care about ROEW. I'm only coming and showing up.
Did you realize that actually all four of you in some form or another are either ROEW alumni or ROEW talent here? It's kind of the irony.
Taylor's never been to ROEW.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I could be up on the moon. I could be over on Mars. Listen, Storm, you were obviously too stupid, I said back in the day, to see that it said Taylor, James when I bought it from you. You really think that you are something special. From what I saw on the list, you're the 9th best superstar. I even can't believe I'm going to say this right here. I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth, but you ain't no 7-star superstar. So you go ahead and sit on cloud 8 or whatever you're doing. Attend with the paychecks I'm sending you. You attend to your children and your wife. You got to do the manly duties you're good at. But when you get in my ring, you try anything funny, there will be consequences. You think you run shit.
Hey,
I swear, kid, you don't run nothing.
Real quick,
not
because
anymore.
I hear a whole lot of bullshit coming out of some hillbilly's mouth. And if you don't watch it, I'm going to come down to Huntsville, Alabama and smack the shit out of you my damn self. Check that, because I got family down there. And someone like me, you wouldn't even be able to fight. So I'm going to send you a fair fight, James Taylor. My little sister lives in Huntsville, Alabama. She'll be seeing you tomorrow, buddy.
The door's open. All you got to do is come knock. I'd gladly let you in. We'll have dinner together, and then before the end of the night, I'll knock your teeth so far down your throat you won't know if you're spitting or shitting. How about that?
You just wait till June 22nd. I'm ruining your little show, and I'm going to make your life a living hell. I'm going to make you wish you never bought my company. Fact number 3, and the final fact, James Taylor, whether you own it, whether I own it, whether some random stranger named ROEW manager owns it, it doesn't matter.
It's all mine, 100%.
IMF, OMW, CBW, ROEW, AWL, wherever I go, James Taylor, I run shit. And BYW is going to continue to run shit and run roughshod through your pathetic little roster and your pathetic little company. And that can't be no other way.
God.
And that was that, James Taylor. I'll keep you on.
First off, he looked past me.
But you know something? I actually have to
like I said, that's
if you don't mind, James, you're welcome to stay on here. But I have Soulja something for you because you spoke about Summer Bash, and there's a man actually that wants to say something, and it's very rare that he's here. And it's a big deal to have him. No, I promise you, it's not Anthony Steele. It's not Coach Chris Craven just yet. No, it's not. It's not Craven Rage. It's actually somebody better. It's actually somebody, the man right now that's the most recognizable face in backyard underground wrestling.
Oh,
that is D'Angelo LaFlame, and he don't pop in for nothing, and he's here. And, Soulja, he heard his name earlier mentioned, and it might be a good time to just let you guys speak for maybe 5 or so minutes.
Hello, my lovely people.
How's it going, man?
Is he already driving to Summer Bash?
No, he's actually got Gold Rush at AWL June 29th first. So
okay.
I got a lot on my plate, sir.
Yeah, see?
How you doing, Mr. Black?
How you doing, Mr. LaFlame?
How you doing, Mr. Taylor? How you doing? Mr. Taylor, I'm gonna just let it be known. You're gonna have to see me soon. I'm gonna have to come to your company, but we're gonna talk that another time. Mr. GP!
How's it going, LaFlame?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I brought you up earlier. I'm excited. Because I've never been in the ring with you, and I know what you can do. So it excites me.
I'm excited as well.
But you're just going to be another man on the list. Your name's going to be followed. Or your name's going to follow Justin Parsley's name, because after Justin Parsley, then it's you. Ooh. You're just the stepping stone for me to get to the ladder match, so I can become the All Wrestling Matters, the person that started this whole All Wrestling Matters champion, the title that belongs either around my waist or my partner's waist.
Well, you can be around my waist. So.
Well, I am gonna say this. Let me. I just saw everybody bring out gold, so I had to bring out mine. How y'all doing? But let's talk about it. Summer Bash. Me and you stepping across from each other from the ring. And
for the very first time.
Very first time. So we got to make it a banger. Because we never know. We might never have this opportunity again. But using me as a stepping stone. Me. Look, I get it. I have, so much pressure. I got to impress a lot of people. But don't get this good energy, positive energy confused. I'm not no pushover. I have proven it time and time again. Everybody comes on the screen or can call me out on the promo saying, hey, I just got to run through LaFlame. I just got to beat LaFlame. But you see, none of them have done it. Because
there's the mistake. There's the mistake, man. You're comparing me to everybody else.
Okay.
That's what you're doing. You're thinking I'm just like everybody else. I'm not. I'm not like everybody else. Not everybody can do what I do.
Correct.
And at Summer Bash Night 2, the opening match, I'm going to put the flame out to move on to the ladder match, because that belt's the only thing that matters.
So, okay.
I'll send you to your TNA and your NWA tryout with a loss.
Okay. Ooh. So let me ask you this. What makes you so confident? What makes you stand out thinking you can take me out?
Because I'm the Soulja GP. That's all that needs to be said. Look what I'm doing here in front of 200 people. Going to be doing it in front of 1,000 people. I do me.
Okay.
And I do it better than a lot of pro wrestlers do it.
But here's the thing. Can you do it better than me?
I know I can do it better than you.
Because if you can't do it better than me...
No offense, but I'm not the guy from TBW.
Okay.
I'm not that guy. I'm not Michaels. You're gonna get a wrestling match when you go against me. You're not gonna have to carry me in that match because I'm great at what I do. So yeah, you're gonna get that banger, but it's not gonna be the same thing. It's not gonna be the way you want it to be. You're not gonna move on to the ladder match, kid. It's just not your time.
Okay. So I'll look. Okay. So because you're GP, you're not Alan Michaels, and it's not my time. So those your 3 points of saying that's what you're saying that caused my number. That you got my number, correct? Because you're
I know I have your number.
GP, you're not Alan Michaels, and it's not my time.
I can say I'm not anybody like you've ever fought before. I've studied you. And I've told you that in chat. I've told you that I've studied. I've watched it. And your matches, 90% of the time, your matches are the best thing that's on the card.
And I appreciate that.
And that's why I'm so excited. I am so excited to be the man to put you down. Like, I'm so excited to do that. And like I said, you're not going to tell me anything that anybody else hasn't told me in the run that I'm having as champ. Tommy Merriman said the same thing. Parsley's is going to say the same thing. Like, everybody has said the same thing. Craven Ray's, all of them. And I've always asked them, what makes you think you're going to be the man to put down Soulja GP? The guy down below me knows he's not the man. That's why he won't come up to IMF. I've been challenging that guy for the last 2 years.
Don't bring me into
all
this,
I get is never say never, kid.
Don't bring me into this.
What makes you think you're going to be the man to put down Soulja? Because a lot. I've had pros and I've had other guys try to be the man. I've had guys try to be my friend just to backstab me on my dad's tribute. To be the man to put down Soulja. And nobody has been able to do it.
Okay. So for me personally, because I'm used to it. Everywhere I go, they always sit there and tell me, "Now, you're not gonna come here and do this. You're not gonna come here and beat such and such, this and that." But I have proved it. That's why I go to all these places, because you're not gonna call me out and sit there and think I'm not gonna come step about it, because I stand on business. So trust and believe. I've been doing this for the short amount of time I have been doing this. Everybody I have ever faced been through the same repeat. You're not gonna come here and do this. Why you think I took my butt to Massachusetts? Jake was talking that stuff, thought I couldn't hang with the heavy hitters. I went up there and proved I can hang with the heavy hitters. You're saying that you're different. I can't hang with all on Summer Bash. Don't worry about it. I'm Summer Bash, and I'm gonna hang. I'm gonna show y'all that D'Angelo LaFlame isn't just a catchphrase, just a little cheap little view clicker. I am here to stay. I've proved it time and time again that I can hold my own.
He opened the greatest backyard and underground wrestling show in history, Anniversary 7. Had the match of the night. Alabama, we saw him in. Going back there.
We're talking potential, or we're talking about what we've done. Look, I went to DKW and I walked out the hardcore champ. I went to WCE and I put Jovi out in his own fucking match.
ROEW, you went there too.
I went to ROEW and we're undefeated in ROEW. Oh, the company owned by you.
XCW, we know what you did there. You conquered XCW.
We made it where the real ones didn't want to get back in the ring.
Ratings have been down since you guys left in XCW, big time.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, my shit says for itself. So you might be able to show that you hang, but you're not. But when Summer Bash happens and it's all said and done, you're going to show one thing: that you weren't the guy to put down Soulja GP.
Now, when I do step across that ring from you, and when I do beat you, what will be the excuse then? Well, I just wasn't prepared for the
some way if some way you beat me, I won't have an excuse. I'll shake your hand like a man.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that.
But best
A
believe,
lot of men can't do that.
best believe, later down the road, I'm gonna get my get back.
And that's fine. We will run it back gladly. I don't have no problem giving you.
And then when you lose, I want you to shake my hand like a man, and later down the road, we can have another round go at. You can have another go at.
I'll do you one better. If you beat me, I'll shake your hand, give you a hug, and go buy you 5 hot dogs, and give you another handshake, and we'll keep it pushing.
I don't eat hot dogs. Buy me a burger, and we're good. Buy me a burger.
All right. Matter of fact, earlier I heard you say you'll buy a whole round of beers. You beat me. Everybody in IMF, every other promotion that's there, I'll buy them a whole round.
But you know,
okay, okay.
You better win because I want to.
If you beat me, I'll buy enough beer so everybody can have a beer together.
Okay.
Wow. Well, you know what?
Y'all making me thirsty.
James Taylor, you better get.
But you drink that crappy beer, Broken Skulls. Like,
this is about to get real. I know, Mr. LaFlame, you're a busy man, and obviously we're very honored to have you here. We can't say enough great things about what you've done in this sport and everything that you're going to do leading into going into TNA Impact or NWA. But there is a special someone that I'm actually expediting him live. No, it's not Anthony Steele. He'll get it in a few minutes, but because I know you're a busy man, he wanted to say something very, very quickly to you. And he's a traveling man, and he's one of my favorites, and it's none other than Aaron Blaze, the headline, the main event. Aaron Blaze, you wanted to run in here real quick. You had something to say to Mr. LaFlame and everybody else, and I turn it over to you, my good friend.
So how's everyone doing tonight, first off?
Hello, Mr.
Doing good.
Good. So, we're talking all this business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys aren't the only ones that have been standing on business lately. I've been making some calls, receiving some emails. James, I'll get back to yours in a second.
Oh, shoot. Whoa.
But anyhow, sorry I'm not going to be able to make it to Summer Bash. I know some people want to see me. There's been some...
I would love to see it, yeah.
There's been some issues, but that does not exclude the possibility of me showing up to either IMS or DKW. So you guys have my info. We'll set something up. I wanted to talk to you, though, Flame. I wanted to say something. Because I can relate to you a little bit with people, big dogs, saying that, oh, come to the big leagues. Everyone says that. But very few can prove that, and I can admire what you're doing. I really can. You've been to some places. Some people will never probably have me over because they're intimidated about the things I say and the things I do, and they have every single right to fear me. Atomic Titan has every single right to fear me. XCW has every single right to fear me. There's a lot of people that do not like me, but yet they're the same people that would like to put me at the bottom of the barrel because they know on the mic and in the ring I'm better than they will ever be. I don't care if they've been doing this for 21 years. I don't give a damn if they're just starting and they bumped all the way up to 1,000 subscribers. I am a top tier talent, regardless. And you're doing your thing. You're getting opportunities from NWA and TNA, I hear. Mazel tov to you. But there's one thing that bothers me a little bit. In the mix of me doing my own travel and being a businessman, I run my own promotion called Young Breakout Wrestling YBW. You should check it out if you haven't. Tom, I know you're probably going to plug me on it later. There's one thing I don't like. You call yourself the energy of the room, right? You call yourself the energy of the room. A lot of people give out a certain energy. D'Angelo LaFlame, the energy of the room. There's only one flame in the yard that's been burning that really matters, and it's me. I've been doing this for 6 years. 6 years, and I've done maybe a bit more than an outsider, maybe showcased more excellence and have been more of an elite star, even though that I lose to someone that spends more time playing Magic the Gathering rather than stepping in the ring and calls himself a franchise. That's neither here nor there. But the point is, I'm about to make a move to shut a lot of people up. And when I'm done dealing with that, clearly you and I need to share a moment.
Of
So
course.
if TBW ever actually wanted to get some balls and book me, and if Resurrection ever wanted to unblock me, or maybe if you could convince UWA or maybe run something in AWL, I will gladly show you the only flame that matters in the yard. I respect you. Don't get me wrong. You're doing a hell of a lot more than I did at certain points starting up. But the only energy that has been starting up that really matters nowadays is me. This isn't about the UWA Heritage Championship. This isn't about a knockoff belt that you carry around that spins like a toy. This is about image. And as good as you are, you're not great.
Excuse me.
But I'll gladly give you an opportunity to be. Not saying that IMF can't do the same thing, because I know they can.
Excuse me.
I admire their work.
I have a solution.
The floor is yours, Soulja. Go
I
for it.
I have a solution for the problem. You know, Summer Bash, you said you couldn't make it this year.
Sadly.
And that's cool. You can't make it this year. But, you know, it's going to be a yearly thing. So we could always do like the whole Rock and John Cena a whole year from now. How about Summer Bash 3, Blaze versus LaFlame at Summer Bash 3?
I'm here for it. Because I already been said in my first interview, Blaze, you owe me a match. We gonna run it regardless. I respect your wishes. You already let it be known where you didn't want to work.
That gives you a whole year to build up your money so you can go to Summer Bash 3. So Summer Bash 3, we already got one match. Blaze versus LaFlame.
Because I already told Blaze, he ain't ending his career. He ain't going to the next level without seeing me. And I'm not going to the next level. And I ain't ending mine until I see Blaze. So, without a doubt, Blaze, we'll find a spot.
We gotta see this match. We gotta see this match.
Summer Bash
This would be
next
one
year,
for the ages.
If that's the case.
It would be one for the ages, an absolute banger, a dream match. And, you know, I would love to see it anywhere, any place, whether it's Summer Bash, whether it's in ROEW, whether it's in IMF, whether it's anywhere with the ring, maybe YBW.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The invitation has been put out there. See, anyway, I see that we brought in Anthony Steele. That's cool. Not gonna lie, one more K in Chris Craven's name, and that's kind of a crime and racist. Just wanted to point that out there.
You know,
anyhow,
maybe IMF or Summer Bash maybe won't be happening for one of you guys, maybe, but I know one place that it sure could happen. And Tom, I'd like to showcase something real quick.
Absolutely, sure. I could take this off the screen.
Day 2's main event will be for this beauty right.
Whoa!
Here.
Oh, holy hell.
I think I know those initials. That is the Pride Wrestling Federation, the newly rebooted Pride Wrestling Federation.
Look how beautiful that title is.
That's the richest prize in the sport.
Now that's Day 2's main event.
Me too. My match
for the newly crowned PWF World Heavyweight Championship. You know, I know PWF's history. It was the Uprising title. This overpasses that title tenfold. Yeah. Just look how beautiful that thing is.
It's got some weight to it and everything.
No, Tom, I don't know why you're clapping. Me and you bought this, buddy. This is us.
Oh, thank you. You know me. I'm just little old me, little old humble me.
So, Day 2's main event will crown the first PWF World Champion.
If I was going, that would be me. I am owed that championship like you wouldn't believe.
Now, to remind everyone, Day 2's main event is a 30-man Royal Rumble. So, I guess we'll see who walks down top after 30 men have gone into the ring. Only one man will win.
Wow. There you heard it. And if you want to follow the PWF on YouTube, look at what we have here, because magically I actually have the pen for that. So you want to follow the PWF. And that guy used to be a champion, but maybe somebody else will be the champion next. And That's where you can check out more information on the PWF on YouTube and check us all out. And maybe somebody will be a champion, and then you can have that belt that Omen has. It's his belt.
Now, if you can't make it to Summer Bash, you can't watch it live. If you want to see Day 2's main event of Summer Bash, it's exclusively on the PWF channel. That's the only place it'll stream on. So
I'll put that right back up on the screen for the audience.
Definitely sub and share PWF with your family, your friends, and your friends you think that would love to see it. Friends that don't want to see it, I don't care. Send it to them too. That's the only place you're going to see Day 2's main event.
I'm agreeing with Justin Parsley on this one. That's the exact thing that I have to say. And I'm agreeing with Atomic Titan. And shout out to Mr. Titan. This is his company that he started. And obviously, it's good to see that he's happy that we're certainly continuing its legacy. And I agree with you, my hardcore king. And obviously, I'm agreeing. And I think a lot of people are commenting right now saying how much they love the belt. Shane Davidson, who might pop in here, said, let's go. I mean, a lot of people are real. This is really good. This is what it's about. All wrestling matters. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these people here. We've got some of the best and brightest minds right here, right now. Anthony Steele, the real deal, maybe the most controversial figure in backyard and underground wrestling history. D'Angelo the Flame, the energy of wrestling, the darling of the backyard and the underground, the legendary two-time Hall of Famer, Coach Chris Craven, Aaron Blaze, the UWA Heritage Champion, and one of the greatest traveling stars of the last 6 years is here with us. James Taylor, the legendary Nemesis James Taylor, the greatest backyard and underground wrestling owner in this circuit right now. And the two men that sit on top in the underground and backyard and the independent as the two most dominant big men, maybe the two most dominant big men in history. Soulja GP and Omen Black. It isn't even after Omen Black. You're not going to get this anywhere else. This is where the big boys play. This is the big leagues. Prime time. The brightest lights on the biggest stage where figuratively and literally all wrestling matters. And you're going to see all of this come to a head. July 5th to July 7th. Summer Bash. Bremen, Ohio. More details. IMF Wrestling on YouTube. Also DKW, Dark Cryptic Wrestling. Also ROEW Backyard Wrestling. Resurrection Wrestling. You've got TBW that's involved in it. You've got WCE, WCE Heat's involved in it. You've got so many people that are involved. AWL technically is involved in it because of D'Angelo the Flame. It's just over and over. You got OMW's involved in it. CBW's involved in it. Everywhere and everybody's involved in it. And even XCW with Justin Parsley and so many others. That's why you have to support this movement. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
Some of those were rough, Tom. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that there's someone on here with me, since that person supposedly hates me, hates my guts.
Who's that? Would that be Soulja GP?
No. Hold on.
James Taylor?
Hey, Blaze. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
It's just weird to me, Just thought since you hate my guts from what I've heard, being on Sportzwire Radio. That's another time. Supposedly, I'll message you afterwards. It's funny as fuck. But
all right, we'll talk about it later then.
But it is cool to see this elite group of guys, and yes, I say elite minus James Taylor.
No, he's the greatest owner in the backyard.
Always throwing shade at James because the simple fact to be labeled the greatest owner right now, dude, they're. I don't think that's right.
No.
Is he doing better than Fletch? Then yes, he's doing better than Fletch.
That's not hard to do.
I mean, you're right.
That's not hard.
You're right. You're right.
We're all going to agree on that.
Hey, I think it's tied between Taylor and Dirty Donnie. So that's just my opinion.
All right, well, flip
Dirty Donnie got that in the bag. I'm sorry.
No, Taylor's up there.
Taylor, you got your hand raised. Taylor. Yes, sir.
Mr. LaFlame, I have a request. I would like to know if you could do me a small favor at Summer Bash.
Okay.
Oh. Only if you're open to it.
Small ears.
I would like to give you permission from me, the one that's the greatest at doing it, to give Soulja a stunner for me.
He called it.
I literally just called. I looked at Omen and I was like, he's going to tell him to do the stunner because he does it better than me.
I
do it in front of more people. I do it in front of more people. How's that?
What?
Oh my lord!
That was quick.
Especially in August.
Yeah, in August.
I got you, Mr. Tate. I got you.
Wow, we are really living in a dark era, maybe. Maybe this is really the dark era. James Taylor asked for the stunner for the flame to give to Soulja. What a surprise. What a
Little
shock.
gift from me to you, Soldier. Love you, pal.
That's so nice of you, James. We really are living in an uncharted era.
Oh, by the way, it's Soulja, not Soldier.
Soldier. Yeah.
Thanks, Steel.
Soldier.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
If you're gonna comment on somebody, at least get their name right.
For real,
Soldier. Soldier.
Yeah, don't be like C2K and spell it
That's
wrong.
listen, his name's Aaron Blaze, not AA Ron.
Is it a
come on
good
now.
I don't know who
Pisses me off so much.
But do you
That
think it's
pisses
a
me
good?
off so much.
I don't know who wants to hang out and who doesn't. But is it a good time to bring up Silverwolf now that we've got most of the
Who?
usuals here?
Okay, I'm
Silverwolf.
honestly asking, who the
Hey,
fuck
I'm
is
down.
Silverwolf?
I'm down.
Sure.
I thought, like I said earlier, I thought it was stupid that you.
Wait,
guys
is
gave
this the
him
time
an
for me to
opportunity.
pull up? Is this me the time to pull
you
up?
gave him you gave him an opportunity.
Tom?
For that
Who do you want to talk about, Tom?
homo
Uh-huh.
wrestling thing.
Silverwolf.
Hold on. Is this a good time for me to pull up the evidence? You know,
What evidence?
you
I
talk.
don't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
Do that.
When
Oh,
people, well,
okay.
I want to go first. I want to say hello to Skulls. When people
Okay.
stick their nose in other people's businesses to feed their own ego because he has nothing better to do for those who are trying to make a name, would he want to clarify who would he be referring to or talking about?
Beats me.
I mean, the biggest ego in this room is probably, the most controversial guy. So I have a feeling he might be talking about Steel.
Steel,
Hey,
I
hold
think
on,
I'm
hold
worse
on.
than you in that
Hold on.
regard.
Let me try to do what Ronnie said I couldn't. I have an ego, guys. Did y'all know that?
No.
No.
Did y'all know that? Did you know that Anthony Steele had an ego? Blaze, you of all people.
No,
I
did not
could have
know
thought
that.
you would have known that I had an ego.
Yes, happy
I'm
Father's
not
Day to
saying
everybody out there. Thank
I
you.
ain't saying shit.
We might have
They
an
know
ego,
who they
but
are.
it's
They know
not
who they
the
are.
controversial one here.
I mean, hey, we also,
He's not
in reply to that, we also know who can wrestle in this group and who can't. So I mean,
Do do
What?
do 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 do.
Steve, I'll say this. I know what you did about the guy with the shit stain in his shorts, but
Oh, Jared.
No,
not
not that guy.
no, we're talking
I
about
know
Zack
what you're
Attack.
trying to expose.
Oh, different
Let's
guy. Different guy. My bad.
No. Oh wait, I was just joking because that's happening Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Stay tuned.
Anthony's here. He's here Wednesday.
Stay tuned, Omen. Stay tuned.
Who's here Wednesday?
Anthony
Me.
Steele, the real deal.
Me.
Him.
July Wednesday.
I'll talk to you after.
Fair play. That's fair. So
At this point, OOC for people that know what that means.
Out of
OOC.
character.
I don't think what you're going to tell me is going to change my mind.
Well,
I'm-
OOC,
T.
I mean, you feel bad for someone who did Kurt Cobain themselves. You know what I mean?
I think that obviously, look, we'll certainly see what happens. Anthony with a microphone, maybe will or will not talk about things, but it is ironic that we have all these people here, and if you want to follow all these companies, please support them. YBW, you can check them out. YBW on YouTube, almost 1,300 subscribers. Please support them. Aaron just uploaded a video yesterday. Aaron is also one of our biggest supporters. Also, the real coach Chris Craven, the real Craven. You can check him out on his Facebook page, and he's on TikTok now. Anthony Steele is always on Sportswire, so just follow us on Sportswire. Anthony is here. D'Angelo the Flame, by the way. Support him. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. He's a part of Resurrection Wrestling, TBW, Alliance Wrestling League, NEW. He's wrestling tomorrow in the Riot in the Ring. James Taylor, who I just love. James, I want to keep saying this. What? I would like when you say what. But seriously, follow James at ROEW Backyard Wrestling, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Also, Taff_Taylor on Instagram, Taff Taylor, YouTube, and TikTok. Almost 120,000 followers. Definitely support James Taylor. And also the Promo Wrestling Federation, which, James, thank you for all that you've done for us.
I could be like Blaze, too.
Would you guys love, well, Do we really want to go nuclear on that? Because I could do that too, and it would probably.
No, Con, I don't feel sad.
Do it. See,
so.
you guys still
I'm
going on
gonna
cash.
buy
I
the
got a
hell. I'm
card.
not gonna lie.
Do you want? If I do it, it's gonna be
Hey,
like.
look. All I'm gonna say is this: Tom has enough money to buy every single one of our companies.
If I do it, it's Hiroshima.
No, he doesn't.
So
my company's not for sale.
But if I do it, all right. Do you want me to drop the Hiroshima? If I drop the Hiroshima,
I'm very curious. That's why I'm saying yes. I'm very fucking curious now. You got
do it.
Look, this ain't a pissing contest because at this point we all make fucking money. We make money on goddamn.
I would say that let's be humble. Let's be humble. Let's show that that's the Hiroshima. Let's be.
Hey, Soulja. Hey, Omen. Respectfully, can I talk about what's happening night 1?
Yeah, why not?
At Summer Bash.
Are you wanting to talk about Mr. LaFlame?
We're not talking about LaFlame. We're not going to talk about Omen. We're not talking about Soulja. We're definitely not talking about James Taylor.
Why not?
And it's sad to not see Blaze in the same locker room as me because it'd be nice to actually meet the guy.
Gold would like to say the question is. This is his question. Who in the F contacted the owner of GXW and got him over getting his match canceled and blocked by the owner? That's what he. That's his
GXH.
Okay, so GXH is a company in California that works with Pro Wrestling Venom, aka Jimmy Controversy, because they posted Skulls and Silverwolf posted a fucking graphic basically promoting that they're going to be at Pro Wrestling Venom. And a lot of shit happened, and Jimmy got a hold of the owner, and the owner, I guess, blocked him. So
sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, let's just say this: I know who did it. I know who did it.
It was me, Austin. It was me,
Austin. That's what popped in my head. I was gonna do it, but he beat me to it.
But
gotcha, bitch.
Now let's talk about the old man that's coming out of retirement.
Who's that? James Taylor?
Let's talk
Last
about.
time I checked, Delta was active now.
Oh, really? Wow, he went there. Ooh, he went there. Former XCW co-worker of his.
Let's talk about the has-been of the yard, the has-been of the indies, coming back for one final run to get his face smashed in at Summer Bash.
Who's that?
Oh wait, not really face smashed in. His limbs broken by me.
Okay.
Let's talk about good old Chris Craven.
The only Craven he says he is.
You better make it good.
Because look, you've been silent. You've been silent this last couple months, and I think it's because you're now starting to realize what you put yourself into. You've been gone for 6 years. Your body's starting to deteriorate. You're kind of like James Taylor right before he came to TBW.
Why are you always bringing James into it?
Because I did the same thing. Though.
Because I did the same thing to James. I did the same thing to James.
Shut up, Anthony.
And
you must love having a taste of James in your mouth. You mentioned him.
I love the fact that I can say that I'm better than James Taylor. Yes.
I really want to see Mr. Judgment on the screen when James goes. James, if Mr. Judgment comes in, can you tell him what? Can you just tell him what on the stream when he comes in? Yeah.
Right.
Gentlemen,
so,
let's
Anthony,
get
before you go on to Chris Craven, if you're gonna face Chris Craven, and you're thinking he's worried. I mean, I might not like the guy 100%, but if he's an old head and an Old Testament guy like me, and you thought what I did to you was bad when I split your fucking skull wide open, I can't imagine what he's gonna do to you. So I kind of almost hope that he does a better job than what I did. Give him another scar for me. Put it right across. Give him so he has 2 fucking scars, and he'll remember the names of the Nemesis James Taylor and the only Craven, Chris Craven.
I was falling asleep during that. James, the only difference between you and Chris Craven is when Chris Craven said he's going to show up somewhere, he actually shows up.
I mean, literally, that's all you got. That's all you can say. That's all you can say.
I mean, it's facts, as I stated.
That's
facts.
That's all you got on me because I don't show up somewhere.
Because you can't fight facts.
I leave an impact.
All right, listen, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about Chris Craven.
I ain't worried about you either, but you can't put my fucking name in your mouth.
So Chris, come Summer Bash, are you going to be?
Just get a room already, you two.
Are you going to be ready for night 1?
Theo, answer one question. Do I look worried?
Do you look worried? No. Do you look out of shape? Yes.
Do I look worried?
You have
young man. No. You had your minute to talk, and a lot of other people spoke, and you spent more time talking about day one and me, and focused on your opponent. You spent more time talking to Taylor. So take your young ass, look in the camera, and pay attention to your opponent on day one. If you're going to address me, pay the fuck attention, young boy.
That's opening match.
You got a lot of room to talk about someone being out of shape, being a 6'4" Teletubby. Are you fucking serious?
Hey, but I can move way better than a lot of fucking guys my size.
You can move. You can move. So can every other human being on this earth. Look, movement. Look, fucking movement.
Yeah.
Like I said, make it good. Make it fucking good. And you spend most time talking to Taylor.
Damn it, Omen.
You think I'm worried? Yeah, I've been out 6 years and I can still step back in that ring and do the dance better than you.
Are you see? That's the fact. You have no proof. You have no proof that you can step back in a ring and do it better than what I can.
My proof.
Bro, Steel's just cooking us, dude.
My proof. He wants proof. You'll get proof. I will short. You know what? I will more than happily show up and show proof.
And when you lose, what proof does that show?
God damn it.
When I lose?
When you lose. Not if, when. When you lose.
When I lose.
When you tap out more times than you can make me tap out. When you tap out and you give up to Anthony Steele, what does that mean? What does that mean for Chris Raven?
I want to kind of like put your argument like implode on itself. I think the fact that if he finishes the match, a 30-minute Iron Man match or submission match or whatever, I think that's the test that he can still go. Not if he wins or loses, if he finishes the match.
If he can.
I find a lot of this hilarious. I find a lot of this hilarious. Considering that, no, I hear you there, Omen. I hear you. But, you know, Mr. Steele wants to sit there and question my capabilities when half the guys that are coming to Southern Bass have contacted me personally for me to train them when I get there to prepare them for their matches. And Andy Kaufman here still got jokes.
I mean, anyone could tell someone what to do. So, I mean, yeah, that's called management. Dude, Walmart has it.
Steele, I want you to do something for me. Taylor wanted someone to stun somebody. For him, I want you to do something for me. I want you to stretch. I want you to do your stretches.
Craven, why don't you stretch him?
Loosen up every one of your joints. Loosen up every one of your joints. Because I'm going to go looking. I'm going to go looking for a weak spot to break.
And you ain't going to find one. You ain't going to find one. But I'm going to find every single aspect of your body that I can make deteriorate more and then send you back to sitting in that fucking chair behind that screen because that's what you're going to do after Summer Bash for the rest of your life.
The interesting part about this whole thing is, with your ego, is what's going to happen when Anthony Steele shows back up on Sportswire and you lost to that 6-year removed, coming out of retirement, deteriorating legend or underground icon such as myself.
Can I say one more thing? Anthony, like, with everything you're saying, what are you going to do when he actually gets a pinfall on you or a point on you?
A point doesn't win the match. Multiple points wins matches.
But you're saying like he can't.
And there's Joshua Allen's point.
He has no chance to get a point. What if he does get a point against you?
If he gets 1 point, he gets 1 point. I'm gonna have like 10 out of him.
But that means he beat you though, 1 point.
He didn't beat me until the match ends. Until that second bell rings where it says the 30 minutes is over.
Okay, my
look.
I want to say hello to the legendary Doc Holliday.
If I'm gonna do to you the same way I did to Ronnie Brady last night. You're trying to use terminology against me. Wrestling terminology in the Iron Man match, a 30-minute Iron Man match. The first bell rings. The first bell rings at the start of 30 minutes. And when that last bell rings at the end of 30 minutes, whoever has the most points after that means they win the match. You could tap me out all you fucking want. You could tap me out once, and I could tap you out 5 fucking times.
Pause.
That only means that you made me submit once, and I made you submit multiple fucking times. So when I win the match, when the bell rings and the announcer says, and you're a winner, the real deal Anthony Steele, that's what's going to mean the most, is Chris Craven. Anthony Steele is not only going to beat your ass, he's going to injure your ass and send your ass packing back to Maryland.
But
I'm going to make sure that everything you wish for, everything you wish for, because you want me to talk directly to you, I'm going to talk directly to you. Everything you wish for is going to happen night one. Your travel expenses that you're going to use is going to be right there happening in match one, because you're going to have the best match of your life, but you're also going to have your last.
No, because he also has a qualifier match.
That's if he can make it. That's if he can make it. That's just like saying you, since you want to butt your fucking nose into this, Soulja. That's if you can get past D'Angelo Flame, which you're not.
It's Soulja.
See, that's your whole thing. Everyone on here wants to talk about Anthony Steele.
What? You have to fight
everyone wants to talk about Anthony. Hey, listen. Everyone wants to talk about Anthony Steele, butts his nose in everyone's fucking business. If I'm talking to Chris, I'm gonna talk to Chris. What? I'm not talking to Soulja GP. I'm not talking to Omen Black. Omen Black.
You came on our hour.
It's my show.
What?
I thought
I've been on here multiple more times.
I don't know how he's going to win a goddamn thing when he can't stay focused on his damn opponent.
I know.
Maybe I should have every one of these guys sitting at ringside so you spend more time worrying about talking than you do actually performing.
Listen, and
that's the easiest fucking way to beat you. You just showed me your weak spot. Distract Steele. He loses.
30 minutes.
What?
And that's it.
What?
You're gonna have 30. Hey, you're gonna have 30 minutes of fame. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes of fame.
Love you, James Taylor. Love you.
You know what? You know what, Steele? Let me say something to you, young man. I don't need any more fame. I've had my time in the spotlight. I've been doing this for a long fucking time, the better part of 3 decades. And I will tell you right the fuck now, there has been over multiple dozens upon dozens of men that have come out of the woodwork and said, I'm going to finally put Craven down. Guess what? This fucking old dog ain't old Yeller. You ain't taking me behind the shed and shooting me. I ain't fucking going a goddamn place. And if you think otherwise, you prove it.
I will.
What?
As C2K says, pull up or shut up, right?
See, this is the one thing you're concerned about. You're worried about wins and losses and points. You want to know what I'm going to be concerned about when I get in that ring?
If you can work 30 minutes,
feel like a bitch.
If you can work 30 minutes,
young man, I've done 60-minute Iron Man matches before in my time.
How long ago? How long ago? When you were like 25? What are you now? 50?
I'm a 41-year-old man, and I still remember how to do the dance.
41 years.
And your opinion to underestimate this 41-year-old man is going to be your biggest downfall. Underestimate me and watch what happens.
I'm not underestimating you. I just know what I'm going to do to you. That's the difference. Because I'm going to break you down.
You are stepping into a ring with a fucking psycho menace, and you have no clue what awaits you. No fucking.
I want you to prove everything. I want you to prove that you still have it. Because if you don't, you're going to be as big as a joke as Silverwolf. Because when your body gives out, I'm going to make sure you're going to be the laughingstock of Sportswire.
No one could ever be a big of a joke as Silverwolf. I actually know how to wrestle.
Cannon was, I think, obviously the one that was the one that broke the camel.
You want to throw me in the condition? You want to throw me in the category with Loose Cannon, Silverwolf, Anarchist Gunshot, and all those other fucking retards that hit like this? Listen, dude, you're talking about people that look like the smartest people in the room with Down syndrome, and you want to sit there and compare me to these fucking people? Oh, dude, come on. Summer Bash can't get here soon enough.
I know, dude. It's what, 3 weeks away? 3 weeks is how long I gotta wait.
Shut up, Anthony.
Steele, you have bitten off more than you could chew, young man.
We're being joined by more people now, it looks like.
Respect your elders, Anthony. Damn.
Shut the fuck up, James.
You know what this elder's going to do? You know what this elder's going to do?
Get a
I'm going to bend
room,
him over my knee
get a
and whoop his head.
room. Get a
Y'all
room.
just make out after the fucking match and be done with it.
Wait a minute. I know that guy.
Lick his ear, Matt. Lick his ear.
Raven, you said you're a psychopath.
I knew your prison. I knew your fucking cellmate did not just pop up behind you and say hi.
Yeah, I did. Because it's the fact you're not a psychopath. You're a
Craven, that was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard you say. That was awesome. It was great.
Go back to yourself. Go back to yourself.
Yo, he pops up right over your shoulder like he's got lube in his left hand.
Well, he's got the ring, so he's coming.
I thought it was. I thought he was enjoying his mayonnaise.
You're sitting there, come fucking day, waiting for him to run the KY jelly through your comb over, and you're still sitting there sipping on his straw, dude.
Cap.
Dude, don't come at me at Summer Bash thinking that you're gonna go walk through that match. I'm telling you.
Bro, Craven
No,
hitting him
you're
back
right.
almost
You're
had to
right.
strip my wall.
You're right.
God damn it,
Huh.
Craven.
You're exactly right. I'm not gonna walk through that match. I'm gonna run through you.
Shut up, Anthony.
That's the difference.
You better lose some weight, son, before you start worried about running. Start off with a fast.
Hey, look. Hey, listen.
Hey,
I'm 6'4", 277. I'm 6'4", 277. I can still fucking run, but I can run the ropes better than these fucking young boys.
Anthony, please just don't take your shirt off in that match, okay?
Oh why? Oh why? Hey, hold on. Is it because I'm comfortable in my body and you're not, James? It's all right. It's all right.
Probably, but still,
it's most definitely. It's most definitely. Hey. Also, I don't have to. I don't have to talk in a Dragon Ball Z hat every fucking time. Listen, it's all right.
Yeah, you know what? Matter of fact, no, wait a minute. Take your shirt off in the match because I will blister your chest redder than fucking Gunther did Sheamus.
Please.
Just make sure you wear deodorant then, so you don't ruin his nose.
Every single time, James. See, here's the best part about it, James.
Craven is probably more of a psychopath more than Xavier Thorne thinks he is.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak directly. I'm gonna speak directly to you, James. Fuck Chris. Me and him are gonna do shit at Summer Bash. James, the more you come on here, the more you talk your fucking shit.
Chris, worry about your cellmate. I don't play that.
The more you come on here, James. The more you come on here, James. And the more you run your fucking mouth.
Not my cup of tea, yo.
Listen,
Anthony,
you became the owner of ROEW to gain relevancy again. That's congratulations. You've got like what 5-minute fucking interviews, quote unquote, on ROEW television. That's good for you, dude. That is really fucking good for you.
Appreciate you.
But the thing about it is,
I'm glad you watched
the thing about I don't watch it. I'm forced to when I come on fucking Sportswire radio.
You're forced to come on Sportswire. You already know about it. You're quoting it, son.
So when you come around to other companies like TBW, oh wait, they don't want you no more. They don't want you no more. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, James. Let's talk about it. Because at this point, you want to talk about wear deodorant, homie. I smell and look better than you in every fucking aspect of fucking life. You can't come on here with your 70 subscribers on fucking like 70,000 subscribers on TikTok. Your 40-something thousand subscribers on fucking YouTube. Homie, I can post John Cena videos and do the exact same fucking thing.
That's so why you'll come to me first and ask me how to do it before you do it.
Listen. The best thing about it is, while you want me to gain relevancy on TikTok, I'm gaining relevancy in the fucking wrestling industry. While you sit here and try to live out this dream when you were my age and you failed, I'm doing what you fucking couldn't do. I brought you back so that you can have relevancy once again, and I'm damn sure going to make it your last fucking time.
Look at Corey talk in the comment section. You're getting him hyped up.
Hey, listen, I understand. Corey can say what the fuck he wants, but listen, I know the real James Taylor. And the real James Taylor is going to be when on Sportswire. Because the one thing that you said, you opened your mouth and I'm going to make you insert your fucking foot straight down it. You said live on Sportswire, you're going to sign a contract with me. When the next time you step in the ring with me, if you lose, you're done. And when I get to say that I brought you into this and took you right the fuck back out, you will have more relevancy just being an owner than you ever did wrestling inside the fucking ring.
Because you said that in TBW, they don't want him in TBW. So where would that?
They don't.
ROEW.
Why would I care to go back to TBW?
Why would you care? Because that's where you gained your most relevancy.
It doesn't matter where I've
It's funny that
I know how to promote myself and talk.
It's
All
funny.
you do is slap your foot with guns.
It's funny that your best matches.
In the ring with you, I bitch slap you.
It's funny that your best matches are with people more relevant than you are. Me, Jay Wild,
Gage Flair.
Me, Jay Wild, Gage Flair, Atomic Titan,
Jack Delta.
Hey, gentlemen, do the two of you need a romantic date or some time alone? Like, what the fuck is this?
Whoever rang the bell, that was genius.
The biggest thing I'm gonna tell you, James, is once you get back in a ring in 2024, then come talk to me. Until you fucking step in a ring again in 2024, you ain't got shit on me.
TBW is not happening there.
The difference between you and those guys, Anthony, is they actually came up to me and showed me respect when all you did was just laugh about it. And then I beat the hell out of you.
Because you're a joke.
I'm a joke.
You're a joke.
That's all. That's it. I'm just a joke.
Yeah, you're a joke.
But yeah,
here's the thing. You tried to do what I did. You tried to do what I did.
I don't try to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing you did.
You tried to do exactly what I did. James, there's a reason why I'm maybe the most controversial. You're not.
I think these two are in love with each other. I swear to God.
I just have one question for you, James. How's New South going for you?
Huh?
How's New South going for you?
He's already
actually.
How's New South going for you?
Going good.
Your first indie spot, right? When's that debut? When's that debut, James?
Are you ready for it? Are you excited?
I mean, I've been hearing about it for the last year. Yeah, I want to see it. Because every time I say I'm gonna step foot in an indie company, guess what? I've done it.
Yeah, it's real nice.
And the funny thing is, I have more connections in New South than you do, and that means I'm gonna debut in New South before you. So you can then follow my footsteps yet again. Because without me, you wouldn't be in TBW. Without me, you wouldn't have been in Resurrection. And watch, without me, you're not gonna be known in fucking New South Pro Wrestling.
ROW.
The only reason, listen. The only reason why they hired James as the owner of ROEW is for the simple fact that what other old man has nothing better to do with his fucking life than manage a company?
Donald Trump.
That's all you got.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all you want to do?
What? Talk to you about James Taylor? Yes.
Get a room, you guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I want to say, can I actually change this up very slightly? If I'm Mr. Judgment out there, just my advice would be: you sure you want to be on this panel? You sure you'd want to be with Anthony Steele?
Mr. Judgment couldn't handle shit than any one of us.
Dude,
he has a better chance fighting fucking Silverwolf and Loose Cannon on Sportswire than any of us on this panel.
Talking about Judgment? Are we still bringing up that fucking wannabe?
You want to bring him up? Go ahead. We're live. Huh? You want to bring him up? You want to say something? Yeah.
I was Omen and Soulja might want to pay attention to this. I was Judgment, and I always wanted to cooperate with other federations. Yet when this top stable got insulted or a promo shot on him, they all got butt hurt and sucked each other off while they cried into the pillow. Like, what the fuck? And just in case any of them are watching and they want to cry to a Mr. Damien Fatale that lives in Utah to call me at 6 in the morning and cry, why did you say that shit about them on Sportzwire? Don't bother. Don't call me with your creaming you shouldn't say bad things. I'll say what I fucking want to say. I've been here long enough, paid my fucking dues, and I don't know.
I want to say one thing. Hold on.
Yeah, it's your show.
Hold on. Chris Craven, did you or did you not go to DBW and spread the word about Summer Bash?
Yup, I was there for a whole 4 hours.
And what they say?
Oh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out. We'll have to look into that.
And then what happened?
What else was said that same day? You want to know what else was said that same day by Mr. Judgment? It's a concern to me. It looks interesting, but it's a concern to me because I would be worried how my guys would be used, or how my guys would be seen, or promoted, or utilized. Oh, okay. Well, while he thinks it's a good idea, he also had his concerns. Those concerns apparently took precedence because his interest didn't.
Hey, Omen, I got a question. You've seen what Judgment looks like, right?
Yeah.
You've seen what Judgment looks like, Chris, right?
Yeah, he looks like a 50-year-old carpet salesman.
I think I got a piece of Judgment with me. You know, the thing that I guess gives him his power or something. You know, the thing that he wears around his chest all the goddamn fucking time.
Mortal filth bag. You are
I mean, for anyone that wants to know, you can get this online for like $10.99.
And just so there's no controversy, just in case anybody's fucking watching from DBW who thinks that I'm butthurt because they didn't let me in their roster, I don't give a fuck. A good collection of those people I've shared the ring with before. AJ, good guy. You know, Colin Graves, fucking junkie from down here in Baltimore City.
And Aaron Blades, we'll see you later.
Work on his fucking health from rehab before he comes back in the ring.
Thank God, keep going.
Roland Havoc.
Leaving, Aaron.
Now,
I'm gonna be heading out. See you, boys.
Okay, see you, Aaron.
See you. Roland Havoc, I got no issues with Matthew Manning, the man, the real person. But as far as how he acts when he's with them guys, dude, you used to be way fucking better of a human being.
Can I ask a question for him?
And I don't know what happened with Ego. I know they're Biwa originals. These are Biwa boys. Guys that I shared a ring with. And I grew with the respect and had mutual respect between us. Hell, Roland Havoc, Colin Graves, and several others I recruited into fucking wrestling, for Christ's sakes. The funny thing is, and I'll say it,
oh shit, the spy's back. The spy's back.
Colin Graves and Roland Havoc would not probably have been in Biwa if it hadn't have been for me.
Can I ask a question for him?
They never would have made it to MUW, which turned into Biwa.
Can I ask a question for him, Chris? Hey, Roland, you want to have a drink with me? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, we're live.
I don't know, because
like I said, I got no ill feeling towards Roland Havoc or Matthew Manning. I think he needs to probably be with better company, though. That's for damn sure.
Hey, it's okay. Wash up my things from
this following of an organization. You know, I can remember a time, and if he's watching or if he does ever watch this back, I remember Roland Havoc, that we lived under a motto of anybody that loves wrestling can enjoy wrestling. One fight, one family.
Hey, Craven.
Anybody can do it.
Craven.
No one's an outcast.
Since we're talking about them guys. And, you know, you went there, you spread the word about Summer Bash. They didn't seem like they were interested. What else did they tell you about us? Because we had, I remember that long conversation that we had, the three of us, me, you, and Omen, on how they really thought we wanted to fight them. Like, they thought this, they thought that, they thought this. Like,
there was a lot of controversy over, if I'm not mistaken, them believing that y'all wanted a real fight, or they couldn't tell the difference between you and your gimmick.
Yeah, that's because you guys were,
because you guys were on like running at 100% with your gimmick, and I do think that there's a time and a place for your gimmick, and there's a time and a place for not to have your gimmick on. You know, especially in the real world, you guys were on here on a wrestling podcast in character, constantly running your gimmick. Okay. Roland Havoc came on here. He did his thing. AJ's come on, did his thing. Colin's come on, did his thing. Judgment, so on and so forth. They all come on and do their thing. The thing, like I said, I ain't pissy or butthurt about the fact that I'm not wrestling for DBW. Oh, fucking well. I'm not crying into my pillow every night. What it does piss me off is that the very next morning after you guys and Ego got into it, I get a phone call at like 5 or 6 in the morning from a guy named Damien Fegtel, who's an alumni of DBW and of EPEWA, calling me, reaming my ass out, or getting on my shit about my consorting with you or my involvement with all of you. And I'm going, yeah, sure, whatever. You know, like I said, I got no issue with Havoc. I've known Havoc. Roland Havoc is probably one of the wrestlers I've known the longest since I've been doing this. Consecutive. I've known him the longest out of any of these guys in Maryland. that are still performing. But as far as other people that are with that company, they have a lot of good talent. They have a lot of good potential. I thought that they would be utilized properly in IMF for Summer Bash.
We wanted to work with that, and I think that's I'm going to take it from here real quick. I think that's the whole point of open collaboration. That's the whole point of All Wrestling Matters, is that their talent comes on here, and we would love for them to mingle and work with people here. We would love for them to mix it up on streams, but their talent, to be honest, either they can't really talk to the abilities of, honestly, the people here, or they don't want to. They don't want it. I mean, what do you want me to? It's like we love. Listen, I love them. They promoted me on their platform. There's no animosity toward them. It's just that their guys, when they come here, Omen and Soulja would comment. You would comment, and their guys didn't really want them to be on the stream there.
Yeah, we got censored.
What's that?
We got censored. They wouldn't let you.
Yeah, they wouldn't really honestly
say our comments because it was us.
I look. I'm no stranger to this, so I'll just fucking say it. And so, because I'm sure the word will go through the grapevine and whatever. So, I'm no stranger to being an outcast in wrestling. I'm no stranger to people not being completely on board with my capabilities of being in wrestling. Like, you say that these guys can't talk. When I was in BWA, I said what the fuck I wanted to say.
To be honest, a lot of guys, here's the problem. I'm going to speak a little bit on it only because here's what it comes down to. There are certain feds that come on here outside of the usual. You say what you want about James, but James can talk. Anthony is the most controversial figure in this sports history. Omen and Soulja are every time. D'Angelo, you're in a different case because you're the darling of the yard wrestling-wise. But people that come on here, usually, they can talk. And a lot of these outside feds that want to come on and think that they should get the same treatment. But the facts are, is honestly, they can't talk, and you're supposed to sit there, and it's hard. What you're seeing here, honestly, is what's happening the last few months on Sportswire is we're kind of flushing out those that can't really talk here. And it's not our responsibility to baby them if they can't put up. C2K says put up or shut up, or pull up or shut up, whatever his stupid phrase is. The fact is that there are people, and they're fed. A lot of them come on here, and they do not draw the engagement of the viewership, or they really not put in a performance like you've been getting lately. XCW is another example of that. XCW guys come on, and by and large, a lot of them can't talk. DBW guys, to be honest, that's why, I don't know how Mr. Judge would really fare on a stream like this. I'll be honest, I do not know how he would fare. There's a lot of guys, again, I'm not shitting on DBW because I think DBW's case is different than XCW. There's a lot of great talents there. They have the Brooklyn Prodigies who wrestle in Pro Wrestling Venom. The Stompers are very well accomplished. They probably have the best tag team scene around. But there is a mindset that their talent works with only the same people because it's control the narrative. It's the same old politics, the same old things. And I think that they're threatened in some ways by people that come onto this platform. I think that's an assessment. And I think I have that assessment because I'm the one, let's be honest, I don't think there's anybody that knows more backyard and underground wrestlers right now than yours truly. I speak with a who's who and a long laundry list of them. There are people that can play.
See D'Angelo.
Well, D'Angelo, he's probably there, but I'll be honest, I think I might know more people. He's been in more locker rooms, but you see every day somebody, and thank you, D'Angelo. D'Angelo did the best thing for his career to move off this. No, seriously, because he's going to be in these locker rooms. So he does, let's do it for you. Do it for you. But the point is that, there are guys that come on here and can't talk. What are we supposed to do? It's like if you have a segment on Raw, right? If you go on Raw, right, and somebody can't talk in that spot, what do you think they do the next week if they can't perform? They're either sent down to NXT or they're released. There are people that come on here, and some of them, not all of them, some of them are DBW guys, and some of them are here, and you're sitting there, and that's the conversation. You're trying. Yes, sir.
Real quick, guys that are like trolls in the comments, like Zero and Famous Lie or Corey from TBW, whatever you want to call them.
Well, Zero's WC.
If it was me, I mean, I would block them, report them, whatever. But you know what? Thanks for the views, guys. Keep watching. Tom, thanks for letting me come on. I'm going to go ahead and go. Soulja and Omen, look forward to seeing Summer Bash. Look forward to probably having y'all on the Nemesis session soon if y'all are still interested in doing that.
All right. You want us to come on Sunday, right?
If you're available Sunday.
We'll get in contact with you.
D'Angelo, I know he left, but if he watches this back, you and Mr. Chris Craven, safe travels. And Anthony, I'm disappointed.
Thank you, James, and we'll see you. He just left.
I mean, you want to talk about the whole dynamic of DBW. We can be on this all night.
No, and you're going to be here Saturday, and a bunch of us are going to be back here Saturday, and we're going to resume the conversation. Am I wrong though? But am I wrong though in the fact that
I could say one thing. I could say one thing, and it says everything about that company. Not the individuals that run the locker room, but it says a lot about how it's ran. The owner is his own world champion. The owner needs the glory.
Fletch 2.0.
Focus on let the guys that show up every week or every month or however else you have shows, let them shine with the champions and those opportunities. Why does the man who runs it have the title, have the #1 championship? Why? Because he needs the glory.
I actually, before we move on, I have one plug. I actually have an important plug, and I want to get to this plug. So thank you, Big Man Cam, for this plug. So obviously there was a situation in ALW, which is in Marion, Ohio, where unfortunately their world championship was stolen. So ALW has a show coming up June 3rd, which we're going to be talking about starting next week on Sportswire. It's called ALW Retribution. They'll be doing a 3 o'clock meet and greet. They'll be hanging out with the fans. They would like to have everybody come and support. They're trying to make the money back for a title and get a new one. They're also going to sell some print T-shirts and going to take some donations. And any funds will be raised, will help them in terms of their event. An unfortunate incident happened for their championship belt. The bell time is 4:30 p.m. 3 o'clock is the meet and greet. Every wrestler is invited because it's, of course, all wrestling matters here on this platform. If you want to get in touch with Big Man Cam about all things related to ALW, it's big_man_cam_. And I want to put this out there also for the event. I will personally, Big Man Cam, we'll talk about this on or off the air. I will give you a contribution. I will personally give you a donation. And you are more than welcome to talk about that next week on the show. And so I want to put that out there, June 30th. That we'll have this show. We'll talk about it beforehand. And I do want to get to something else here. So, thank you, Big Man Cam, but Mr. Captain Law, Dale Jackson Law, whatever his name is.
Actually, before we move on to that, can I just I know they just lost the belt from being stolen. I highly recommend our friends over at Rana Belts.
Okay. We'll give them.
And what day is that? What day is that show?
That show is June 30th. We're going to have, I believe, one of their stars, Blizzard, here Tuesday night live, 11 o'clock Eastern time. So put that on your calendar.
We bought like 4 or 5 belts from Rana, and we never been disappointed at all with any of our titles. So shout out to Rana Belts. If you're looking for a new championship, any Fed, go through Rana.
Well, I want to put this out there. I want to see what you guys think. Obviously, you just saw Jackson Law, right? Jackson Law was just in the comment. He was in the chat. Now, he would like to know for the audience in terms of what's the beef towards him, more or less. Just a general take the temperature. What's the beef with Jackson Law?
Oh, come on the show.
Oh, he can't right now, actually. But
Can I say it?
I'll give him an invite next time.
Are you talking about the beef between us and him?
Yeah, in general. I actually offered it to him. He messaged. All right, I'll give you
You left Winter Clash, and you want a dog on Winter Clash the fucking next couple days. That's my fucking issue with you. Don't fucking come here for our first live show because you're fucking late. 10 minutes before your fucking match goes up, you're fucking late. So you want a dog on Winter Clash because your match wasn't as good as you wanted it to be. Show up early, you fat fuck.
think that'll give you your answer. Anthony, did you want to kindly say something? Because you're more than welcome to, Anthony. It's really your show, as you say now. So.
Kindly, I don't think is the best word for this, but
well, I was certainly going to.
So I don't know what y'all's beef with them is, Omen and Soulja.
I just explained it. Were you not listening?
But
I want to hear.
No, I'm saying I'm saying like for the simple fact of y'all's is business, mine is personal. So Dale, let's talk about it for a second. What's my beef with you? I mean, which one do you want to start with? You want to start with how you run your mouth about anybody and everybody you can, and then feel like everyone just needs to show you respect. There's a phrase that goes around everywhere that even the old heads and the new heads will understand completely. Is respect is earned, not given. And if you want to sit here and be a disrespectful fucking shit, I'm gonna be a disrespectful shit right back. If you want to act like a bitch, I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. Second of all, you go around and you then go make friends with one of my best friend in this whole fucking world. And you help her do her business marketing. And then you go and try to fat shame on somebody. Look, I might not be in the best goddamn shape, but I look 10 times fucking better than you. So you going out here trying to fat shame somebody, homie, that's as Mac 10 tried to say, that's calling the kettle black. Dude, you my friend have no fucking choice in the matter of trying to fat shame anybody for the way they look and how much they weigh when you look like a fucking sack of cement that literally just fucking stayed put in one goddamn fucking place.
That's me too. I just called him a fat fuck. Sorry.
But third of all, is you walk around every fucking locker room thinking you're the hottest shit to ever fucking grace the wrestling fucking scene, when literally you get hyperventilated after fucking 2 minutes in a goddamn match, and then you want to act like you had the best match on the card and should be placed higher than what you are. Homie, there's a reason why. Now I understand the reason why you didn't win the XCW World Championship and you had to go to a bottom tier one. Dale, you, my good sir, are the definition of a wannabe and also the definition of a has-been. Because the only thing that you're good at is running your own goddamn promotion and putting yourself over like Mr. Judgment. You just think you deserve greatness at every fucking chance that you can get, but you don't fucking earn a goddamn thing. You put people fucking down to get to where the fuck you are. Homie, I wish I had a company that I can buy the fucking belts for or get them a hookup just so I can win more matches. See, that's the difference. I bust my ass to get where I'm at. Soulja and Omen bust their ass to get where they're fucking at. Chris Craven had to bust his fucking ass out of character all the fucking way. We literally, Tom busts his ass doing a podcast. Sometimes doesn't get no fucking sleep because of how many fucking podcasts he runs in the day.
And his voice.
Yeah,
and his fucking voice.
Like
to say,
I lose almost every match in my show. How do I put myself over? Homie, how many times have you brought people in just to beat them? How many times have you brought outside people in just to beat them? How many times here? I'll talk about something. How the fuck you gonna walk into NGJPW, the show that I helped build, the show that I put my blood, my sweats, my fucking tears in, and tell the fucking owner you deserve a fucking world championship? Homie, you don't deserve shit. The one thing you fucking deserve is a swift kick in the fucking ass straight out the door you walk the fuck into. Listen, you can have fun being Fletch's bitch in fucking XCW, but I promise you, any locker room that I step the fuck in, you're going to be everyone's fucking bitch. You don't deserve a goddamn fucking thing. You don't deserve to grace the same fucking ring that any of us stand in. You want to put yourself fucking over while we have to bust our ass to put ourselves over. That's the fucking difference.
The whole
promise
problem
the world
is
title.
Caps lock, he would like.
The whole problem is that whole statement he went on the last comment there, Tom. How do I put myself over? You're not supposed to. Your booker does that, or your opponent does that. You don't put yourself over. You try to make the other guy you're working with look good, put them over. They'd make you look good, put you over, and the booker decides who's going home with the win. That's how that fucking works. That's wrestling 101. Dumbass. What the fuck? What are we in fucking kindergarten?
Is he coming on?
No, he can't come. He can't come.
He's not coming on?
Yeah. He says that's the point he's making.
The point I'm making. You didn't make a point. You made a stupid ass comment. If you're losing all your matches, do something to show your booker that you're delivering when you deserve to be pushed. Well, wait a minute. Is this a guy that books his own shit? Wait a minute. I just want to make sure I got it right.
He is one of those guys. Yes, he has his own company, Critical Backyard Wrestling. Yes.
So,
but he's not the champion in that promotion. To be fair,
I guess if you're your own booker, you can do what you fucking want to. I suppose it's not what you're supposed to do, but to each their own.
Would he want to further comment on his? Does Mr. Law want to comment further on what Mr. Black and Mr. GP had said about his performance on the Friday show? Yes, Mr.
Hold on. I want to continue on something real quick because this is the one thing that I've kept my mouth shut for a long fucking time on. Is the fact
you kept
of
your mouth shut on something?
Yeah, surprising, right? You were promised a world title shot in NGJPW for the simple fact that no one else was fucking there to take the fucking title away. And then everyone fucking saw who you really were. See, as a booker,
I don't bring people in to beat them, and I don't bring people onto my show from outside and not put them over. I let people kill me in the ring. Delta, Storm, Jason Storm, Colin, Aaron Blaze, Division Nick, all
okay,
of them.
hold on. Listen,
you've answered your own question. You want to know how you put yourself over. Well, if you're letting everybody else go over on you, that's how that works.
No, see, this is what I mean by you put yourself over. Is in that fact, you do bring some people in to have them lose. And I'm gonna get on this topic and then one other one.
I'm starting to hurt from
you sit here because you think that I don't know the facts that literally everyone fucking tells me. You bring them in with the agreement that if you put them over on your show, they have to put you over on their show.
What's up, Gabe?
That's your agreement. That's how you put yourself over. Is you lose to them on your show just so that way you can win on theirs. Dude, you want to talk about how many times you try to promote yourself and put yourself in title matches in UWA and how you weaseled your way in through Jake Howell? Or do you want to talk about how all these other fucking times where literally I have proof that I can hit up one fucking dude from NGJPW and literally show the world, just like I showed about Zach, how you basically begged Noah to put you in a world title match for you to win because you're traveling. You're spending your money to go do it. Homie, I'm going to say this right the fuck now. I traveled for IMF. I didn't tell them to make me world champion. I traveled 6.5 hours to TBW. Never told them once to make me world champion. I traveled to Resurrection Wrestling and never told them to make me world champion. I traveled so many other fucking places and never once told them to make me world champion. Shit, I'll even throw in XCW. So I literally looked at him. I was like, if you're going to have me win a fucking championship, because I got asked the question, do I want to be world champion? Everyone wants to be world champion, but I told him straight the fuck up, straight to Fletcher's face. If I'm going to win the world title, I need to earn that world championship. And the way I'm going to earn that shit is by busting my ass in that fucking ring. Homie, you can't bust your ass for fucking shit. One, you're the law of the land. No, you're the law of the fucking toilet because your goddamn fucking videos are fucking dog shit.
Well, you're also forgetting the number one thing there, Steele. Do you know what that number one thing is? How many wrestlers are in this room right now? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a podcaster that knows more about wrestling than half these guys. So let's say the number one thing in wrestling. 4. Promises aren't worth anything. in wrestling. You want something, you push, and you earn it. Promises aren't worth anything. You know how many times I've had a booker where somebody promised me something in the backstage locker room or on the
and
phone
shout out to
talking
Gabe,
about
TF
something?
Crew Show, Death Row this Saturday. Tickets still available at Eventbrite.
Can't wait.
I bought a ticket, by the way. I did buy one. I bought one.
Promises aren't worth anything when it comes to booking. You want it, you have to earn it or take the opportunities that get you noticed. That's like, once again, that's wrestling 101. What the fuck? I swear to God, this is getting fucking preschool.
Well, I hope that this is like on Saturday show. But anything else you'd like to say, Anthony, on the subject? Because I think that the point has been pretty much made, and I don't see any further follow-ups here from the individual that was in question. Anything else you'd like to say, Anthony? Or you're saving that for Wednesday?
I'm gonna save that for Wednesday.
That'll be, what time are we on Wednesday?
9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern time.
And I would like to say hello to, speaking of somebody that I would really like to say hello to, Mr. Mikey Anarchy Omen. Now, obviously, would you like to say anything to Mr. Anarchy? You like to say hello to him? Want to ask for,
somebody's period got on his arm.
Anarchy, I love to bring in this IMF.
He's the GTS hardcore champion. He's a real hardcore champion. Some would say.
I may pay that out of pocket just to bring you in for a match.
You would? You would do that? You would actually pay Mr. Anarchy to come?
Would definitely, without a doubt.
You would? What would you? Who would you like to see him wrestle?
Me, of course.
Not Atomic Titan?
No. Me and Anarchy.
Why not?
Me and Anarchy. That'd be a true test.
I would wear it too. You send it, I'll make a video. In fact, you know what? I'll pay for the postage. You tell me what it costs. I'll send it to you.
That'd be a true test for me. Stepping into his world.
And I want to say hello to another champion, my very good buddy, the Puerto Rican Prince, Angel Santiago, who did celebrity boxing not too long ago. I love Angel Santiago. Have you guys reached out to him?
I would love to wrestle him. Definitely.
Who? You would?
Yeah, I would definitely go one-on-one.
Gabe Sayers, by the way, wants to call him Atomic Mark. That's not nice. He's not an Atomic Mark. I thought I donate. I thought I support TF Crew. Why is Atomic Titan? Can Gabe tell us friendly why he's an Atomic Mark? I mean, Atomic Punk was a great song from Van Halen, but Atomic Mark, that sounds like, I don't know. But Mr. Anarchy would like to say, sounds like a Midwest debut is in order soon. Now, do you have Mr. Anarchy's information? Because I could certainly slide it to you if you'd like.
No, I imagine I could find it, though, from Gabe or you.
And, I could, if I wanted to, I actually have a photo from, the gentleman. Maybe I should put a photo up before we sign off for the evening because, I think that actually might say that, maybe they're going to be, the new Shield. Maybe they're going to be the new Shield because I actually have something that I'm going to put up on the screen here shortly. Maybe you guys, maybe Anthony, you, Omen, and Soulja, and even Coach Chris Craven shouldn't be worried anymore about other people like in Maryland or other people and, different places, different states. We talked about different things. At the end of the day, if people want to make themselves champions or not make themselves champions, that's up to them and their God. You know what? If people want to do what they want to do, let them do it. But you know what? These guys here, these guys are real players. These guys you see in places all over the place, like in the real big leagues, with like 1.3 million subscribers or, places that, you get millions upon millions of views. And I think it's a good time to kind of show this picture. This way, maybe you guys should really be worried about more like these professionals, these guys that are all over the place. And maybe those guys, you ring a bell to who those guys are, and they're actually together right now. You might be Foundation and Anthony, you guys have shared a locker room together, but those three guys, I'll tell you what.
Get all three of those guys.
You know what? They may say that Jay Wild has ushered in a dark era in Tennessee, but these three men together, it could be a dark era for all of wrestling, not just backyard, underground, independent, pro. These
looks
three
like a
men
pedophile with two victims. Who are these guys?
That's a dangerous group right there.
I'll tell you what. We're ushering in a dark era. This is the real dark era. if you see the Puerto Rican Prince, Angel Santiago, the TF Crew YouTube champion, Gabe Sayers, of course, the legendary Twitch streamer turned man that wrestled in the GTS main event nearly 2 weeks ago, and Mikey Anarchy, the man that wins every hardcore championship and will demolish the likes of Rad Dad, Radley Belmont, and Grim, and who knows who else here. But you know what? If I were to bring in more individuals, would you guys be okay?
We're in the same group chat, Tom. Yeah, bring them on.
Yeah, we're in the same group chat.
You sure? Are you sure? Because these guys can hold their own.
Bring them on.
You sure though? Because these guys, would certainly hold their own. They would really hold their own against you guys. I just want to make sure this is not a game.
All wrestling matters, and yeah, bring them on.
Oh, respect.
You sure?
I told you a long time ago, Tom. I would love to face Mikey.
You sure? You sure about that? 100%. These guys are professionals, though. These guys have been on 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. I
could learn a lot from Mikey. Yeah.
You could? Because I've had him here before. You could play connect the dots with his back. Are you sure? Are you sure you want this?
How many times do you want to say yes?
Yeah, Tom, I'm saying yes, man.
Are you sure? I just want to make sure. I just want to test the temperature.
I haven't heard a no
yet. Right here.
Look, they're either going to hold their own or they can run off and hold each other. It's one or the other.
I was kind of disappointed James Taylor left, but I mean, we'll certainly see when these individuals can come on here because we're waiting for them now at this point. At this point, the suspense is getting me here. So these individuals might want to pop on the stream before, it all gets a little too late. Maybe James Taylor will come back here and say, what? What? I really do want to see Judgment on here. And James just goes, what?
What?
Can you imagine? I am the prophet of purgatory. I am the prophet of... But, speaking of which,
yeah.
And obviously, the landlord's here.
You're not who we were wanting.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, hand me mine.
How you doing,
Don't
Mackie?
make me pick your ass again.
I'm doing good. Hold on, no. I'm waiting to see if Mikey shows up.
Well, we don't know if it's going to be. It could be Fletch. Maybe it's going to be Fletch. Maybe James is coming back to say what? What? Maybe Craven Rage is coming on.
I'll give you a Mark II.
Look, Steel. Your cellmate's on.
That was a good one.
What? It's Craven.
What?
Oh, I'm telling you though, you didn't use your KY jelly to slick that hair out of his fucking face so we can see all that shit talking and spewing.
And Craven Rage is going to be on
though. Your name's the Deathmatch Werewolf.
Anthony, get yours.
I mean, does he shave your back and you play with his back freckles? Like, what? How does that work?
Do I just get a championship? Is that what I do? Just
you have like a bunch of them in the background. You have a lot of championships. What?
Oh my!
What?
Oh
hell yeah!
I got about two. Really?
Hey, I got another one and another one
and another one.
I have another one.
What about any chance you guys want Xavier Thorne here too?
No.
Is he there?
No, Xavier Thorne's not it.
I got 2 belts too, Omen. I got 2 belts. All right, so
if the guys want to come on the stream, listen. If the guys want to come on, we got 5 minutes left, so you got to make it quick because guys got to run here. And guys got to get to work, and I don't have a voice. So if the guys that are in question want to come on the stream, you got 2 minutes.
I'm just saying, Tom. Doesn't that look good on my shoulders? The PWF World Title.
Maybe you should just keep the
title look good on my shoulder.
Well, maybe you should.
I got a third belt.
So
we got 2 minutes, guys. If the guys can come on here, we got 2 minutes because guys got to get going.
Let me grab my 4th one. Hold on.
And Shane Davidson wants to confirm he's not coming tonight, so he's not the one in question. But the individuals that we're waiting for, they've got literally 2 minutes. So if they can come here in 2 minutes. Otherwise, we got to go because guys have to go. It's Omen said he's got to go. It's his show. So.
I gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So.
I'm always up, so I mean, I would like to eat. Actually, I'm starving. But actually, okay, we've got them. They're here. They're live.
Oh, they're
here.
I brought that pouch too.
Oh, hey, Gabe, I got the real one.
You're looking at champions right now. Y'all looking at some real champions right now.
Hey, that sounds kind of plasticky, Gabe.
Bro, that's what do you mean? Bro,
do you need the whole one of mine? I have 3 to spare.
You fucking Mark.
Don't be making
I really love how you guys are competing on how well you can spin your preciouses.
Spin our preciouses.
Mine's a bit heavier than all you guys.
Fuck's sake.
Yo, wait, wait, y'all both got the ECW ripoff belts. Look at y'all. Y'all proud as hell.
Hey,
Hey,
on my title.
And if you'd like to follow the guys are going to be in action this Saturday at TF Crew's Death Row. There are tickets still available. This is the TF Crew YouTube page. They recently just surpassed 2,000 subscribers. So if you're here right now, please go out and support the guys.
Come on.
Look at all clapping for us. Sounds like one of Mikey Anarchy's parties.
To have you guys here. That's what we want to. But what do you guys want to say? Because these guys are wanting to leave, but
yeah,
I'm letting you guys speak, gentlemen.
All right, yeah.
Gentlemen.
Puerto Rican twink, you're
Pretty
first.
late to the party there, Juniors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, here you go. All right, who's first? Here you go. Speak your truth. 60-second promo. Go.
I have a 60-second promo.
Go.
I hate fucking marks, so this is gonna be really fucking difficult for me to do.
Look at the name. It's Marks or Us.
Is it really?
That makes you the biggest mark in this fucking 6-way that we have going
I
on
still
over
don't
here.
know whose first name is Mark here. Whose first name is Mark here? Does anybody have a first name named Mark here or what?
Go talk. You're 1 minute.
That's Mac 10's first name.
No, it's not.
It's easily everyone in here's first and middle names. But besides that, I don't even fucking know. Come on. What am I saying?
You ain't old enough to say that term, young man.
Like a cookie?
Yeah.
Well, like a really good cookie? Like a sugar cookie or a chocolate chip cookie or a blueberry cookie?
If you don't stop baking, I'm gonna cook right now.
The good news is, well, the guys figure it out.
I thought you said you guys
TF
could talk,
YouTube Championship, Puerto Rican French, Angel Santiago.
All right, you got. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Tom.
Yeah,
Listen, I got 3.
Are you?
I thought you said these guys could talk and keep up or hold their own. You're over there talking about being good.
Chris Craven, the only thing you can fucking keep up with is a McDonald's. I don't want to hear you fucking yapping out over here, all right, brother? Get out the fucking drive-thru and get into professional wrestling ring, or maybe a fucking Planet Fitness if you have one of those, wherever the fuck you are. I don't want to talk about yapping and dapping. Get the fuck out your room and move out your parents' basement. You want to talk about talking? I'm the one who talks. I walk that talk. You want to know why? Because I could walk to the fucking gym from here. That's the difference between me and you right here, brother.
That's real.
Brother needs a segue.
Wow, I'm surprised you did that in one breath.
Yeah, I know. It takes you a couple breaths.
Before you start talking to an old man like me.
What? One more time. I wasn't listening. I don't commonly listen.
If you'd like to
It's
follow
so cute, Tom. He's so cute. It's so adorable. I swear.
You sound just like my girlfriend calling me cute. What's next? Nice Siggy, bro.
I think we have turned into Howard Stern.
It's still adorable.
It's adorable.
We were sitting here saying that we only had a few minutes, Gabe. I don't give 2 fucks about you or the Puerto Rican, whatever he wants to be. Bring Mikey up.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I can appreciate that.
Okay, we'll save the best for last. Mr. Anarchy. Of course, the GPS hardcore clear the deck.
Man. So, Mikey.
I'm so confused as to what the hell's even happening right now.
Yeah, you might be confused, but I remember a few months ago you were supposed to be in a match with me. It was supposed to be me, you, and Jimmy. And I specifically remember both of y'all just not showing up. So Jimmy turned around. He showed up at the last show that he was at, and I put him on the map.
Listen, I had to take my talents, make some Jersey history. Trust me, you and I got some fun to have soon. I can't even put both of them on the screen because, goddamn, I have no positioning in my life right now. I don't even know what is going on here for goddamn time. I just got thrown into this. I'm trying to have a good high and sleep. But Twin Boy over here and Cum Dumpster Venom Wife over here just drug me into something.
But no, you already know that Jimmy wants me up there at Venom. So yeah, we'll have a couple of good times.
I know. Come and get it, baby.
I'm gonna knock Jimmy's face in when we come up there, and he's gonna be sent to the hospital.
Don't they? Do they have planes where they're from?
I'm and make sure you're not playing trash.
He turned off his fucking camera. We can't look at his Power Ranger collection anymore. What the fuck are we gonna do, guys?
But no,
well, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we'll certainly see what happens if you can.
I don't even know what's going on anymore, bro. I'm so
Want to say something,
bored.
Omen? Go ahead. You want to say something real quick, Omen?
I want to talk to Mikey.
Why don't you want to talk to me, Omen? God damn it! I just came back in this frame. You want to talk to Mikey, Omen?
Yeah, he does.
I got you.
You know I love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you too, Omen. I got you. You can talk to Mikey. I love you, Omen. I got you, bro. I like Omen. Omen Black's my boy.
All right, your headphones suck. It's
actually very good.
Mikey Anarch, I would love to see you come in the doors of IMF one day. Me and you have a kind of like a friendly match. I want to go in the art that you are very well known in deathmatch. I think you teach me a lot of things, and hopefully I can teach you at least one thing that you don't know. So I'm extending a kind of a challenge to you, brother.
All right, I'm down for the Midwest. You're already bringing Gabe in.
I want to become Summer Bash so they can learn a thing or two about actual wrestling.
Brother, I know he's not insulting me about wrestling right now. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, all three of you need an education.
No shit. Oh. Yes, not everyone knows everything. Congrats. We're all still learning. We're all just having fun. You're the one that's clearly being worked into a shoot, brother. Learn the fucking business, fucking Mark.
Oh, there goes the champion.
I'm a Mark. Telling me we need to learn fucking education. Educate yourself on some fucking.
You're the one getting butthurt, Chunky.
My dick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say.
Hold on.
I got 2 minutes. Guys,
I got you. I want to talk to one person.
2 minutes.
Is it me? It is actually you, Gabe.
Thanks, Anthony.
Gabe.
Let's go.
Gabe.
You want me, bro? My man.
Look, Gabe.
My brother.
So what I've kind of
been. That is how you work, Gabe.
I've kind of been hearing something.
I'm just fucking with you, brother.
And I feel like it's time to finally get to talk to you about it. So what's this I hear? You're gonna be at Deadly Collision?
One more time. Sorry.
You're gonna be at Resurrection Deadly Collision in July?
There are rumors. There are internet little inclines, little birds chirping that I could be at Resurrection Professional Wrestling in late July. So yes, I cannot confirm nor deny what you have said. I can only say that the dates around July 27th right now are highly contested, and a lot of great things are going to be happening on that date. You know what I mean?
Well, so I just got one question. It's kind of I'm asking for a favor.
Mm-hmm.
When you come down to Deadly Collision,
mm-hmm.
you bring Mikey Anarchy.
Mm.
So that way Mikey Anarchy can do the same thing that Kato's about to do at Saturday Night Riot and whoop Mac 10's fucking ass.
Oh.
That way Mac 10 can get knocked off his fucking high horse for a fucking minute. And then maybe me and you can scrap, because at that time I'm looking towards getting rid of fucking Ronnie Toothless fucking Brady. That way me and him can have our past settled, and I can look towards bigger, better things, against wrestlers that actually matter. Like Gabe said.
And I appreciate that sentiment heavily, and I agree with Tom Bryce that all wrestling does matter. And so I will say,
you're gonna get PRE. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
now you're gonna start sucking balls.
I'm PR friendly now. I'm PR friendly now.
Hold on. Go ahead. Sucking balls, right? Sucking balls. It sounds like yours hasn't fucking dropped. So I can wrestle you too, skinny fucking Tweaker McGee. Listen, I promise you right the fuck now, dude. You can talk all the goddamn shit you fucking want. You can cut your fucking forehead open. I promise you, dude. I smack the taste out your fucking mouth and maybe your balls will drop at that fucking point.
About my balls dropping. You have to have balls in the first place. You know what I mean?
Hey, look. I have more balls than you ever fucking had, dude. I promise you.
You have more balls than I ever had.
Dude. Hey, listen, my balls dropped at 13.
Right, well, I got the point. I want to thank everybody. TF Cruz Death Row, Saturday, June 15th. Please go out and support the guys. The guys are putting on a great show. I have bought a ticket. There's still a ticket or two available. If you'd like to go, and please let me know. I'll even help you get into the arena. Please go out and support the guys. Summer Bash, the IMF has a show next week, and we're going to talk about it here next Thursday. We want to thank Mikey, Angel, and Gabe for being here for a few minutes. They're very kind with their time. We appreciate their support and being a part of the community. We want to thank Mac 10 for being the landlord of the platform, and I want to thank Omen Black. It's his show after all, and also Soulja GP for being very kind with their time. All these people
it's
here.
fucking my show. Shut the fuck up, you piece of
Coach Chris
shit.
Craven, thank you so much. My name is Reverend Tom Price. I will see everybody tomorrow. You have a wonderful
Real hair, boy.
day.
This ain't
Stay
Donald
blessed.
Trump.
All
I
wrestling
don't got
matters.
36
And we
felonies.
will see everybody.